There's always another way.
What happened? Hello? Hello? What is this place? This isn't... I don't understand. Nice flowers, though. I've got to get out of here. I really don't like this. Alright, come on, Corey. Don't be such a scaredy cat. You can't stay here forever. What was that? Whoa. Hello? Is anyone here? Please, I need some help. Ow!
Oh, human.
Hey!
I'm so sorry. Please don't kill me.
What was that for?
I didn't mean to. I was scared.
Yeah, well, I'm scared too, but you don't see me running around hurting people, do you?
The underground isn't safe for humans, for anyone. Not since.
Wait, the underground?
You don't remember how you got here?
No, I don't. I was gonna climb Mount Ebbet, and then... my head is killing me.
You fell down from the other world.
The surface? Yeah, I could have guessed that. Thanks. But from where exactly? How am I supposed to get back? There's just nothing.
You're gonna need some help if you want to get back to where you belong.
From you? A talking flower? Yeah, right. You're probably just one of those monsters everyone knows are down here.
I'm just a flower.
A talking flower that shoots... what are those even?
Friendliness pellets.
Yeah, they're real friendly, alright. About as friendly as my head feels right now. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You shot me, and I can't trust you.
I'm not a monster, and I didn't mean to hurt you. I swear.
That's what happens when you shoot people. You hurt them. Swear all you want. It's not gonna make me trust you.
I know. But you're weak. It's your soul. I can help you make it stronger.
Yeah, with more of those pellet things? I don't think so. I'm not that dumb, flower.
My name's Flowey.
And my name's none of your business. Just... Whoa. What was that? I can't stay here. And I can't even turn my back on you. You'll probably just shoot me again the first chance you get. You haven't left me many choices.
I could give you some of my friendliness pellets if you want.
See, now I'm pretty sure you're talking about shooting me again.
No, they're just no good to me. As soon as she finds me, I'm done for anyway.
She?
She used to be the kindest monster, but things have changed. She changed.
With things like you running around down here, that's hardly surprising.
You really don't know what's going on here, do ya?
It's not helping that a stupid monster flower is treating me like I'm some kind of idiot.
In this world, it's kill or be killed, and I know where I stand.
Wait, hang on a second. What are you doing?
No one else here would pass up an opportunity like this. Go ahead. Just do it quickly. Please.
I can't. I'm not going to kill you.
Please. It'd be a mercy. If Asgore finds me...
Asgore?
You're not safe here, human. Please, just take some of my pellets.
Wait,
here.
No, don't shoot!
Run! She's here!
What?
You have to escape. If she takes you back to the ruins.
Whoa! He's gone. He could have killed me. Why didn't he kill me?
What a terrible creature, torturing such poor, innocent youth.
Hello?
Do not be afraid, child.
Afraid? Why would I be afraid? Oh, hi. My name's Corey.
I pass through here every day to see.
To see... Well, anyway, I'm really glad you did. I don't know how I got here, and that flower.
The weed will not trouble us now. Human, you are too small, weak to survive here.
Yeah, I just need to find my way back to the surface. Can you help me?
The catacombs are a dangerous place. So many monsters now. I will make you something. For strength.
Yeah, that flower thing. Flowey? He said something about my soul. No idea how he knew that.
Mother Toriel will help you, Corey. The hunger. A nice pie, perhaps.
A hot meal probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Maybe a good night's sleep to make this stupid headache go away.
Yes, rest. We will take the fast road home. The safe route. This way, sweet one.
Okay. Thanks, Toriel. I mean, You're a monster, but at least you're not shooting at me or anything, right?
Hurry! The monsters do not wait.
Sorry, yeah, coming.
Home. Safety. No monsters will disturb us here.
That's a relief. I've had enough flowers pew-pewing at me for one day, if you know what I mean. That's a lot of locks you have there.
It isn't safe in the underground for humans. Not now. I will keep you safe.
If you don't mind me staying the night, yeah, thanks. That'd be awesome. Not to impose or anything, but you said something about pie?
Butterscotch cinnamon.
That sounds amazing, thank you. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that is...
You don't like it, Corey child?
No, it's fine, really. It's definitely not the worst thing I've ever had.
Are you gagging?
No, it's just kind of dry.
No! Ruined! Oh, I can't do anything right!
No, that's not... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry.
Poor slender child. I cannot even feed you.
Oh, hey, it's all right, Toriel. You already saved me from that demented flower. Don't be so hard on yourself. Really, it wasn't... I shouldn't have said anything.
No, this is my failing.
It was really good. I'm sorry, it was just me. I have this weird sense of taste sometimes.
Sweet, innocent child, you deserve so much better than this. I will bake a snail pie to celebrate your arrival. It will be ready in the morning. That one will be better. It will lend strength.
Oh, in the morning? Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. Just don't put yourself out for me. It's nice enough you're letting me stay here for the night.
First, I must gather snails, dear one, and that I can only do in the earliest hours of the day. First sleep, and then...
I'm not really tired, actually, but...
You will rest. Mother knows best. You will be refreshed, less tired. Come, I have a surprise for you.
Oh. I don't know about surprises. Oh, that is nice. This kind of surprise I'm totally good with. Thank you.
I ask only one thing. Do not wander throughout my house at night.
Yeah, of course. I like my privacy too, no worries.
Make yourself at home.
Hey, Toriel, this has been a crazy day. I still don't even know what's really going on or what I have to do to get back where I belong. I have a really good feeling about you, you know? So, thanks for taking me in. It means a lot to me. More than I could say.
Oh, child.
If you want, just wake me up in the morning and I can help you find some snails.
The underworld is dangerous. It would not be safe.
That's okay. I mean, I can't stay here forever.
Your kindness. I've been alone so long.
Hey, don't cry. If I'm glad about anything since falling down here, it's that I met you. So, thanks.
I'm so glad you're here. It means everything to me. Absolutely everything. Now do not forget what I've told you. Do not wander. Just sleep now. Everything will be better in the morning.
She was nice. Weird, I mean, but kind of sensitive, but nice weird. And I guess I am pretty tired. Probably just the stress of everything. Getting some sleep in a proper bed won't kill me. Maybe things will make a little more sense with food in my system and a clear head.
Wake up, Corey. Wake up!
What time is it? Was that Toriel? What the? Is this locked? Why would Toriel lock me in? Oh, okay, well, I guess I did promise her I wouldn't go wandering around, but still, that's really weird. Oh, I guess I must have turned the handle the wrong way or something. Toriel? Toriel? Hello? Where is she? Toriel? Oh my god, that smell. What is that? Toriel, did you? Shh. Toriel, is it time to go look for snails or whatever? I must be losing my mind. Oh, a cookbook. That must be the recipe we're gonna be making. Carrot, onions, potatoes, spices, tender meat. Wow, that's gonna be a lot of snails. Like, a lot. Hello, Toriel? Toriel? It's so warm down here. And that smell. This is just getting creepy.
Go away, human.
Hello? Who's there? Who are you?
Ask him, why don't you?
Him? Ah! What are you doing here?
Shut it. Do you want her to come down here?
Toriel?
Of course, Toriel. Potato brain.
Is that thing talking?
They said, who the heck do you think put us here? God, you're an idiot.
Yeah, but you're monsters.
I tried to tell you.
You stay away from me. I don't understand.
Let me out of here. Let me out.
Would you be quiet, you imbecile? You'll wake her!
Corey, you're in terrible danger. Toriel isn't the person she used to be. She's captured all the monsters in the ruins, one by one. And then
what?
Then she eats us, you dip. What do you think she makes her pies out of?
What? No, but she told me we were going to go look for snails.
Snails? Oh, you asinine human. There haven't been snails in the underworld for years.
Why else would she keep us here?
I don't believe you.
Corey, I'm so sorry for what happened outside the catacombs, but this is what I meant. Now that there's an empty cage, she'll be coming for you next.
Toriel wouldn't do that. She's just a little eccentric.
Of course she is. She needs you the way she needs them.
How do I know you guys didn't try to hurt her the way Flowey came after me?
Us? Come after Toriel?
Corey, I can help you. Just come with me. I can prove that Toriel isn't who she's pretending to be. Not anymore, anyway. And once you believe me, I can show you how to get out.
No, you're just gonna shoot me again. I'm not going anywhere with you.
Then welcome. Help yourself to your new accommodations. I'm sure my Goss won't care that you're occupying his former residence, this lovely cage you see here on the end.
It's just down the hall.
Fine. But you're gonna stay in front of me the whole time. If you turn on me, I swear just don't do it.
If you don't let me out of here.
Look, if he's right, if you're all right, I'll come back and I'll let you out. I promise.
And to paraphrase a recent acquaintance, why should we trust you? What faith should we have that you, a human, would risk yourself for such dangerous and loathsome monsters as we?
I promise. If you're not lying to me, if you're really in danger, I won't leave you here to be... Well, I won't leave you here. Full stop.
Oh, human promises! My favorite! That's about as useful as this invisible key I have.
Come on, this won't take long.
If you put so much as a petal out of place... Okay, fine. Let's go.
It's just this way. Whatever you do, don't make a sound. If she hears us, I don't even want to think about it.
Can't take him from me. You can't. I've been alone so long, and I'm so hungry.
The human child shall stay with you for now. Should my brother or Asgore get a hold of him, all of our plans will be for naught.
I just feel so empty.
Pull yourself together, Toriel. You have the others. Sustain yourself on them for now. You cannot kill the human. Not yet.
Yes, of course.
You were right. Toriel, she's a monster.
No.
What is it?
The weed escaped. He's here.
We have to run!
Toriel! Kill the weed!
She's locked the front door, but I know another way out. Quick, in here!
Ow!
Toriel,
We're far away from her now.
the other monsters, I promised them.
There's no helping them. Not right now. We just have to keep you safe. There's no other way.
If I'd only listened to you, we all could have gotten out of there. I thought you said it was kill or be killed down here, so why did you help me?
You couldn't have known. It was my fault. If I hadn't shot you when we first met. This is what I mean. Everything's different. Wrong, somehow. But maybe I was wrong too. Maybe it's not just kill or be killed. Maybe there's another way. I can help you. Corey, if you let me, if you want, I can help you get back to where you belong.
Okay, let's work together. Where do we start?
This way.
Where are we, Flowey?
The snowed-in forest. Toriel won't be able to find us here. She doesn't leave the ruins. Not these days, anyway.
So, it's safe?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Gosh, I mean, I knew the underground was full of monsters, but I just thought...
Not what you were expecting.
I guess not. I mean, it should be, right? But something about all this just feels so wrong. Then again, it's the underground. It's all wrong. So that doesn't make any sense, does it? I'm asking a talking flower if this all makes sense.
Better than talking to yourself.
I suppose, but I've got to get back to the surface, and fast. I think I'm starting to lose it.
Right now, we just have to worry about finding someplace safe. If what I've heard about this area is true, we won't want to be caught out in the open if the Royal Guard...
What happened?
This is what I was afraid of.
Would you look at this? I was about 3 inches from getting kebabbed. Who just goes around digging random spike pits in the ground?
No one pleasant, which pretty much narrows it down to anyone in the underground.
Yikes. Can you just zap us out of here again?
That was a one-way trip. We only had that because someone gave Toriel some of Gaster's magic. It's gone now. See if you can stand on my shoulders and reach the edge, and then you could pull me out.
Are you nuts? I'd squish you in a second. You stand on my shoulders.
Look, it doesn't matter if I make it out of here, but if the Royal Guard gets their hands on a human, let's just say no one wants that to happen. You least of all.
Then let's make this quick. Here, come on.
Okay, closer to the edge. A little closer.
Ribbit!
Ah!
Ribbit! Ribbit!
What is that thing?
A frogget! Oh, if only I had some of my frillingness pellets left.
You're out?
I dropped the last ones I had for you just before Toriel attacked. You didn't bring them?
There wasn't time.
Oh no. Now we're really done for.
And you're sure it's dangerous? I mean, it's just a frog, right?
Just look at it. Oh, I should have never left my patch of grass near the catacombs.
Ribbit! 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 Ribbit!
Rockets hunting packs, and as soon as enough of them show up, well, it's goodbye us.
Doesn't it seem weird to you? 2 frogs out in the middle of the woods by themselves? I thought frogs lived in ponds, not just out in the middle of the forest.
What does it matter where they live? We're dead. We're so dead.
Maybe they just look strange. And I guess we've got to look pretty strange to them too, right?
Yeah, you go ahead and try reasoning with them. I'll be over here on my side of the pit.
Ribbit! 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 Ribbit!
Hi there. You look, really nice, Froggets. Your yellow eyes are really, glistening. Wait, no! Come back! We need your help!
I told you, things aren't safe here. Even the frogs are.
What do you have there, my dears? Some little troublemaker that stumbled into our forest?
Froggets can't talk! Corey! Froggets can't talk!
Who's there? Hello? Please, we need some help.
It's you. Figured you'd show up sooner or later, but you're not taking me or mine without a fight.
A fight? No, wait. You've got the wrong idea. My name's Corey. This is Flowey. We just need help getting out of this pit, and then we'll be on our way and out of your, well, hair.
A likely story.
I promise you, it's the truth.
I can smell you from here. You stink like human.
I am human.
Why'd you go complimenting my froggets then?
I don't know. It just seemed like a nice thing to do. Who doesn't like a compliment now and then, right? Look, I'm not sure who you think I am, but I just fell down here into the underground. I think. And then Flowey saved me from Toriel. I just want to get back home. Please, if it's no trouble to you, could you help us?
You sure they didn't send you?
Huh? No one sent me. Just my own clumsiness, I guess. My name's Corey.
Corey, Sure it isn't something else? Something more in character with who you are?
No, it's Corey. Just Corey.
Ribbit! Ribbit!
Well, the froggets seem to like you well enough, and they're not ones for outsiders, compliments or no. Suppose this is no time to be hanging around out of doors, not with the Royal Guard about, especially if you're telling me the truth. You gonna make me regret this?
No, ma'am.
Good.
Thank you.
Connie. You can call me Connie. It's not much, but it's home.
It's amazing. Thanks so much for taking us in.
Suppose there has to be someone left in all of Snowdon with a heart. This used to be my family's summer warren, back before everything changed.
What do you mean?
I used to be a shopkeeper, a long time ago now, or so it feels like. Had myself a nice little place over in Snowdon Village, until Papyrus became leader of the Royal Guard anyway.
Royal Guard? I guess I would have thought they'd protect people. Or monsters, or whatever.
And once upon a time, they did. Back when the king was good, when monsters used to be kind to one another.
But then Asgore changed.
Asgore?
Asgore Dreamer, king of the underground. He used to be kind leader, like a father to all his subjects. And when he changed, so did the Royal Guard. So when Papyrus took power in Snowdon, well, that was that. I came out here, found the Froggets sometime after that, and here we all sit.
Ribbit. Ribbit.
They're actually comfortable like that?
That's how they sleep.
And they're from Snowdon too?
Them? Oh no, they used to live in the ruins. Until Toriel... Well, if you've met her, I'm sure you understand.
She would have baked them into pie.
In a heartbeat.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. Nothing funny anyway. My sister used to be an innkeeper in Snowdon until things changed. Strange how I've become the innkeeper now.
What happened to her?
Who can say? Papyrus likes to make examples of the few people left in the village. Or that's what I've heard from the few who make it out alive.
I'm so sorry, Connie. That's awful.
It's kill or be killed now. Or so the saying goes. That's why you're not safe.
Me? Like, specifically me, as opposed to everyone else?
A human in the underground? Oh dear me, no, you're not safe at all. I can't imagine what Papyrus would do if he got his phalanges on you, let alone Asgore. Let alone them. No, we'd best keep you out of sight.
But I need to get back to the surface.
I wish I could help you with that. Truly I do, but I can't. All I know is my own little corner of the underground, and that's getting smaller by the day.
Toriel could have helped.
Once perhaps, but not anymore. No, the best plan's to keep you here until we can figure out what to do with you, Corey.
Maybe someone else in Snowdon can help.
Maybe so, but that's going to take time, and none of this is going to be accomplished with tired minds. Rest for a while. You can take my bed.
No, I couldn't.
I insist. I don't sleep much nowadays. Besides, I wouldn't be doing my sister's memory any kind of justice if I weren't a decent host. Let me have that at least.
You're way too nice, Connie.
I know. It'll be the death of me. Now off to bed with you, youngin'.
I guess sleep wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
And you're sure he's not?
Not them. No, not yet. But if he stays here too long...
Then we'd best move fast. Get him back to where he belongs, before they can move against him.
Ugh, crazy dreams.
Ah, good, you're awake.
You guys going somewhere?
We've got a few errands to run. More mouths to feed means more time we've got to spend foraging.
Oh, yeah, I can totally help.
You, young man, can help by staying put right here.
But...
It's the safest way, Corey.
Your scent's bound to be all over these woods. And even if the Royal Guard doesn't usually come this far deep, they'll be able to find their way around a site easier than you will.
I can't just sit here while you risk yourselves for me.
You really want to help?
Yes, absolutely. A feather?
And there's plenty that needs to be doing right here in the cave. The fire kicks up a lot of ash, so if you can clean it a bit, you'd have my deepest thanks.
You want me to dust your cave?
Just as much as you see fit. Saves me the trouble of doing it after we get back.
Wait, Flowey, you're going too?
We'll be back soon, Corey.
So after all that about staying safe from Papyrus and the Royal Guard and all of them, it doesn't apply to you guys, just me. It's not fair to let you take that risk.
The Froggets will likely be back before us. They're out checking traps. Not that they're particularly good at setting the spikes, mind, but it keeps them busy. If you want to play some leapfrogget with them when they get back, I'm sure they'll be grateful of the diversion. We've all had too little cause to smile these days. Now, just mind you stick to the cave. We'll be back in a flash.
But
It's for your safety, Corey. We'll be back just as soon as we can.
dusting? More like busy work. Guess I might as well though, since I'm not actually being useful. I'd hardly say that's worth staying back for. Place was immaculate to begin with. Who's there? Connie? Is that you? Connie! Flowey? You guys out here? Where is everyone? Guys! Hello? Flowey, Connie, what are you?
Corey, don't move.
Who goes there? Human, huh? Fresh from the other world too, from the smell of you. Come with me, human. I promise I don't bite. Much.
He can't see you if you stay still.
I can hear you though, me treats. And you can't stay hidden forever. Sooner or later, I'm going to find you. May as well give up now and let me play with you. I like to play.
Who? What is this?
Just another one of Papyrus's lapdogs.
Quiet, you. If I'm a good boy, Papyrus might even give me your bones.
We'll die before we give Corey up to you, doggo.
Sounds good to me.
Just stay still there, youngin'. When his back's turned... Go!
Come back here, you. Never mind. I'll just save you for last. That still leaves me two, and that's plenty.
Can't we just talk about this?
Talk? Your talk isn't going to fill my belly, human.
You don't have to kill us, or even take us to Papyrus.
Corey, what are you doing?
I don't know, thinking on my feet. You know, back where I come from, there's all kinds of different dog foods. You don't have to kill us to get what you need. We can help you.
What help could you possibly give me?
Well, back at the, place where we're staying, there's a little pond thingy, and I think I saw some fish swimming around in there. We could cook it for you and everything.
What kind of a dog eats fish?
A nice one? One with a really healthy, shiny coat?
See, that's where you're wrong. I'm not a nice dog.
You're just wasting your breath with this one, Corey. If he does Papyrus's bidding, he's no friend of ours.
Don't think I can't smell you either, Bun Bun. I'll have you next.
You stay away from her. They're both gone. You'll never get them now.
I've still got you, though, and that's enough.
Don't.
Don't what, human? Don't bite you? One way or another, you're coming back to Snowdon with me. I am not going back to Papyrus empty pod.
What if you never went back to Papyrus?
What?
Corey, no!
What did I tell you about the Royal Guard? We can't help them.
Listen to your friends, kid. You're going to have to fight me sooner or later.
No. No fighting. If only Flowey and I hadn't fought, then more bad stuff wouldn't have happened. I didn't fight the Froggets, and that was the right thing to do, so I'm not going to fight you. I can't fight a dog. Even one that's gone wrong somewhere along the way.
So what are you going to do? Talk me to death?
I'm not going to kill you, doggo. And my friends aren't either.
That's the dumbest move you could make.
I don't think it is. See, whatever else you are, monster or no, something about you is still a dog. And I know what dogs want most of all.
Sure you do, human.
I do. You said it yourself. You want to be a good boy. You want Papyrus to think you're a good boy, but he doesn't, does he? He just thinks you're a bad dog, I bet.
I'm not a good boy, and I don't want to be one either, so you might as well...
Might as well what? You're not leaving here without me, and I've got all day.
Corey, what are you...
Who's a good boy, doggo?
No!
Who's a good boy?
Stop it! You have no idea what you're...
You just forgot how to be a good boy. I think I can help you remember. Who's a good doggo?
I'm... No. You can't.
Who's a good doggo fellow?
I want to be a good boy.
Yeah, that's right. Who likes the belly rubs?
Doggo likes the belly rubs.
And who doesn't want to eat his friends?
I don't want to... Friends? You're my friends?
We can be, if you don't hurt us. You can stay with us as long as you want.
I don't deserve friends.
Don't say that, doggo. Everyone deserves to have friends. Nice ones. Ones that don't eat or hurt them.
Oh, I'll never hurt you, Corey. I promise. I'm so sorry. I've been such a bad dog.
But you could be a good dog now. Isn't that what you want?
More than anything.
It's okay, guys. I think he's safe now.
I'll be the safest, bestest doggo ever. I promise.
Well, stick a pom-pom on my butt and call me Cottontail. You tamed the beast.
He's not a beast. He's just been treated like one for too long. He just needed someone to treat him right. Guess there's more than one person left in all of Snowdon with a heart. It was just a little bit harder to find.
So it seems, and one of Papyrus's own at that. We should probably get back. Not too much around wouldn't have heard that kind of racket.
You mean I get to stay with you? I'm good at staying. I can stay all day.
Maybe just stay between me and Connie for now, doggo. We'll help you make your way around.
Oh, Corey, you're just the bestest. I'm sorry. You're the nicest human I've ever met.
We're not gonna be able to stay hidden forever. Not with Doggo going missing from Snowdon. Someone's bound to come looking for him.
That's okay, Flowey. Something's coming together in my head.
A good plan.
A risky one, but if we're gonna survive out here, we're gonna need some help. And I think I know where to find it.
I'm not gonna like this plan, am I?
Probably not, but if we can pull it off, maybe we can do something good around here, and get me home at the same time.
Home? I like home.
Me too, buddy. Me too. So that's it. The door back into the ruins.
You're not thinking of going back in there, are you?
Right now? No.
But eventually? That's Toriel's domain now. Her and the spiders, that is.
You said that once. Toriel used to be the nicest monster in the underground. Maybe she can be that way again.
Ever the optimist.
Me?
What's so funny?
I don't know. It just seems strange. It must have hit my head or something because I can't remember anything before waking up in the underground. But optimism just doesn't seem like me.
Well, it wasn't pessimism that saved us from Doggo.
Doggo saved us from himself. It was his decision to change. I just gave him a nudge.
Maybe.
You don't think Toriel can be saved, do you?
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to.
It's just, after everything she's done, what's happened to the other monsters? At what point does she go beyond, you know?
Fair question. And to be honest, I don't know. I just know that everything seems to be different here in the underground.
Different from something you can't remember.
Yeah, it sounds stupid, right?
We should probably be getting back.
You think Toriel would come out here looking for us?
Her? No, but there are other things in the forest. Things that aren't as nice as Connie.
Fair enough.
You boys out making trouble?
Actually, we found some mushrooms, but I'm not sure if they're,
Poisonous?
well, I was gonna say healthy, but yeah.
Found the doors to the ruins, did you?
How'd you know that?
These only grow in that part of the woods. You've done well bringing them back.
Wish we could have found more.
Like I've told you boys, that's the way of it now. Things are scarce. That's a good boy, Doggo. Don't you fret now.
How can I not? I'm bringing you danger by being here.
And I'm not?
Royal guards, froggets, humans, talking flowers. You're all welcomed under my roof, as long as it's still standing.
You think the other royal guards will find you?
It's not a matter of if, just when. You think food's scarce out here? I can only imagine how bad things are in the village. Papyrus lackeys push further into the forest by the day. No, it's not really safe here. Not as long as Papyrus rules Snowden Village and that bony fist of his.
Then we need to stop him. What's so funny?
Not a blinking thing. But so long as we're wishing on stars here, why not just dream us all out of the underground? Seems easier.
I'm not saying it's not going to be hard.
Why don't you chat with Doggo for a while before making up your mind? I may not know all of the particulars of what's going on in the village, but I'm sure he will.
What'd you say, Doggo?
I don't know, Corey. I'm so ashamed of what I used to do. Who I used to be.
It's okay. Whatever you did back there, you're a different Doggo now.
You say that, but I was a bad dog for sure. Papyrus, his magic is so strong. You can't resist him. He can even make your body betray you. And if you resist...
Speak, dog!
Hey, it's alright. You're not there anymore. You're safe with us. Papyrus can't touch you.
But what you're talking about, facing him, you'll have to be near him to do it. And then the same thing will happen to you, Corey. And I'd be such a bad dog if I let that happen.
I promise we won't go charging into anything without a plan. But if Connie's right, we can't just sit here and wait for him to find us. Actually, Doggo, do you remember the innkeeper, a rabbit? Connie said she didn't know what happened to her, and I figured maybe Papyrus had her.
Maybe he did. Maybe he still does.
You mean she could still be alive?
For her sake, I hope not.
How do you mean?
The unluckiest ones? The ones Papyrus gets bored with? He keeps around to clean out the dungeon.
Cleaning a dungeon doesn't sound so bad. I mean, not great, but...
It's not just sweeping or washing. It's cleaning up behind Papyrus and the mess he makes of the others. The luckier ones. Oh, Corey, I don't want to go back there.
I know, Doggo. I know.
You do?
Sure. I mean, I don't want to go there either. The idea of walking into danger is like the opposite of finding my way home. But it doesn't seem right to just walk right by the situation. I did that once already. Call it a compulsion if you wanna, but I don't think I can do it again.
Corey, what Toriel's doing to the monsters in the ruins isn't your fault. You're not responsible for her actions.
I know, Flowey, but that doesn't make it any easier to think about. I promised that might help them, and that's still eating at me. That I broke my word just to save my own skin.
And mine. Don't forget that.
If anything, you saved me back there. If you hadn't been there, I wouldn't have known about the magic Toriel had stashed away. I'd be there still. But survival for its own sake doesn't feel like enough.
I really don't know about this, Corey.
I know, And I promise I won't try to make you do anything you're not comfortable with. But that isn't going to stop me from trying to make a plan. One that'll help everyone, not just us. Your sister, Dago said she still might be alive.
Well, I'll be...
You don't sound happy about that.
For me, maybe. For her, I just don't know. Been a long time since she was taken. All depends on what's happened to her.
What Papyrus has been doing to her, you mean?
Yes, that exactly. She may not be... the same.
I know you probably think it's too risky.
It's a risk to even set foot outside this blinking cave. Yet here we are. No, I know you're right.
You do?
I'm scared of Papyrus, Corey. Scared enough that I've been hiding out here since everything in the village went south. But hiding's never an answer. Not for long, anyway. Hiding's not going to change anything for the better.
So what do you think we should do? I'm open to suggestions here.
Well, walking straight into things isn't going to be the right way, regardless of how this all shakes out. Papyrus likes to play games, and I don't want none of that.
I'm guessing you don't mean games like checkers.
Maybe. If you lost a finger every time you lost a piece. That sort of thing will be right up Papyrus's alley.
Wow.
If you think that's bad.
All the more reason to face him.
Are all humans as stubborn as you?
Sometimes. Guess it all depends what they're fighting for.
And what are you fighting for, Corey?
I'm just trying to get home, Connie.
I know you don't want to fight him, and that's all well and good, but we're gonna need some help, and I think I know where we might be able to find it. Come on.
What is this place?
Someplace most things in the forest avoid, if they're smart.
What is it, boy?
I can smell him here.
Oh, it's one of Papyrus's traps, all right. But he and his stay just as clear out of here as the rest.
Should you wish to brave the snare, know this for all to be fair. Your party must surely number 5 if you wish to stay alive. But if you fail to value 6, you'll still fall victim to my tricks.
Fair. Now there's a laugh.
I don't understand. What's the point?
I'm guessing the point is to get that.
Magic.
What is it?
Bait.
I don't know what it is for sure, but it's not Papyrus's kind of magic.
How do you know?
Can't you feel it? It's something else. Something not entirely bad.
Can you see it, Doggo?
Just a little. Maybe Connie's right. I just don't know. It smells like Papyrus and the other dogs of the Royal Guard to me. Maybe if we get closer.
Watch your step. For all I know, the whole ground is rigged to fall out if we don't walk in exactly the right place.
That seems...
What is it, Corey?
Without knowing Papyrus, it's hard to say, but you said he likes playing games. Right, Connie?
That he does.
And he likes cheating?
He likes winning.
But in order to win, you've got to play first.
Meaning what?
Meaning, maybe we can beat him at his own game.
Been trying to figure it out since the first time I ran across it, and I'm stumped.
Let's take a look at the riddle again. That first bit, should you wish to brave the snare. See, I think he's giving things away without necessarily meaning to. This whole thing is a trap.
I think we kind of guessed it already.
Well, sure, but then it goes on. Know this for all to be fair. However unfair this puzzle is, there's a basic structure to it.
A structure, maybe, but that doesn't mean it can be beaten.
You're not wrong. That's a risk we're going to have to take if we want to try to get the amulet thing. Don't suppose there's a way of climbing a tree and then dropping down to get it, avoiding the puzzle altogether, do you?
I'm sure Papyrus would have thought of that. Probably worse consequences for trying to cheat than playing around in the first place.
Your party must surely number 5 should you wish to stay alive. Well, good thing there are 6 of us.
Yeah, but it's that next bit where it gets confusing. How can you value 6?
Maybe it's just to make it rhyme.
But in that case, why include that bit at all? I'm gonna check out the platform.
Be careful, Corey.
It could all just be a part of the trap.
I know, Connie, but we gotta start somewhere, and that platform, it kinda looks off somehow, don't you think? Like it's not part of the puzzle.
Careful.
It's just a switch. Oh, and a pit, like a holding cell or something. No spikes in the bottom though, so that's good. Papyrus is pretty arrogant, right? Like, he doesn't think anyone can beat him.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, I just really think that we can get past this.
If Papyrus really thinks he's so untouchable, he probably wouldn't seriously consider the idea that anyone could beat his game.
That's why I think we can win. But you guys are right, it's a risk either way.
What do you make of that 6 business?
Let's back it up a second, to the line about 5. So those red squares over there.
They look pretty random.
See, I don't think they are random, Flowey. They're not in a straight line with each other, but they do seem to be part of a bigger grid from up here. Like, those 4 are in basically a straight line, and then there's that 5th one that's just in front of the locket.
Meaning what?
Meaning, I think this is a maze. One without walls. One that takes 5 people to complete.
This really makes me worried, Corey. What if one of us ends up in that trap?
Well, then the rest of us will get them out. It doesn't look too deep, and I think it'd have spikes or something in it if he wanted it to hurt us. It looks more like it's supposed to catch people, and that means we have a chance. Besides, since we have an extra person, I can guide you all from up here.
You seem really sure about this, Corey.
Sure? No. But I think... Hang on a second. 1, 2, 5... Okay, so, assuming the other parts of the maze work on the same grid pattern, there are 30 free spaces, not counting the fires, which we obviously wouldn't want to step on.
Maybe Papyrus is counting on that.
Making people walk into fire wouldn't be anything new for him.
It's too perfect.
But there's room enough for 6 starting spaces on this side. If they're the same size as those red spaces, does that mean...
I think it's a trick, Flowey. Assuming it takes 5 people 6 moves each to get those red squares, it means someone's got to move horizontally on the first turn. I mean, if I understand this right, it actually looks pretty straightforward.
And that doesn't strike you as dangerous?
It absolutely does, Connie. We're gonna have to do this all together, or none at all. So each of us has to understand the risks. On second thought, someone else should stand up here on the platform. Stay out of danger.
Nah, kid, we're gonna need you up there if the rest of us have any shot of getting past it.
But Connie...
Months I've been trying to figure this thing out, maybe longer, and you may have an answer in a matter of minutes. I say that's worth a shot. I'm in.
Ribbit.
Well, I guess that's them sorted.
I'm in too, Corey.
Doggo, that just leaves you.
If Papyrus catches me, I'm a traitor now. He won't have any mercy on me.
It doesn't sound like Papyrus would have mercy on any of us, Doggo. Us just existing seems to defy him. And I promise, if anything happens to any of us, I'm not gonna rest until they're safe again.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay, well, I guess. But you'll have to tell me where to move. The only thing I can see moving is the fire.
I'll be keeping you right out of that, boy.
No sense wasting time then.
Okay, Connie, let's have one of the froggets on the far end. Then the other one. Then Connie, Flowey, and Doggo, you're gonna be nearest me. Flowey, can you help him find the spot?
Sure thing.
Hey, the switch says reset, so even if we mess up for some reason, it looks like we can just reset it.
Let's not count on that.
For sure. Everybody ready?
Yeah, okay.
Then let's do this thing.
Who goes first?
Let's go furthest from this platform to closest. Okay, so far so good.
Now what? It looks like there are 3 spaces here, and only 2 of us.
This is the only one I'm not sure about. It's either the one right beside the fire, or the one in the middle. Either way, it's a risk. Just give me a sec. Wait, no!
Frogget!
Ribbit. Ribbit.
You okay?
Ribbit.
I think that's a yes. Okay, at least that's something.
Now what? You're not going to be able to get that frogget out by yourself. It's too deep.
I know, Flowey. We're gonna have to reset the board and try again. And this time, I'm gonna have to play.
You sure that's the best idea?
Nope, but it's all I've got. Hey, other frogget, try stepping back to where you were before. Carefully.
Ribbit.
Okay. Now here's hoping that trapdoor resets when I hit this reset lever.
Corey!
I'm alright. Don't any of you move.
What was that?
I don't know, but I don't want to try it again.
I warned you about Papyrus. He's a cheater through and through.
Yeah, but look. The space is reset. If Papyrus did make this unbeatable, there's no way that should have worked. We can do it. I'm more sure of that than ever.
You may be right, but we won't have the chance for another reset. Not with you down here.
We're not gonna need one. I've got it figured now. It was just that first line of blocks that threw me off. And if I'm wrong, it's me that's gonna be joining Frogget down in that hole.
We should move quickly.
Well, let's hurry it up. Here we go again.
Sans!
What is it, boss?
Fetch me, Doggy and Doggeressa! Something's on the move in the forest, and you're going to bring it back to me!
That's it, Doggo. Just a little further. Here goes everything. And gotcha! I think we can step off the squares now. So let's get Frogget.
Wait! I smell.
Something's coming. Quick, we have to hide.
But Frogget!
We will not be helping him by being dead. Come on.
We have to cover him in snow. It's the only way they won't smell him.
Roll in the snow, Corey.
But...
Quick now!
Ooh, so cold.
Shh.
Sans!
Oh, the dog eye. We're in trouble now.
Shh. Sans.
Ribbit, ribbit.
What do we have here, Doggeressa?
Just a blinking frogget. Probably fell into the pit by mistake. Not even worth the effort of us coming out here.
Maybe, but I doubt it found its way here alone.
What is it?
Papyrus will want this one. Get him out of there. And no biting.
You can't tell me he needs all of his limbs.
Fine, but it'll be you who explains to Papyrus why you ruined his toy. So I advise keeping your teeth to yourself, hound.
Fine! Sans! Are you coming?
Be right there.
Did he just... No, couldn't be.
How could he not see me?
Doesn't seem to matter now. Think it was worth it?
I don't know, but it better be. Because I'm not breaking my promise. Not again.
Corey, wait up!
We can catch up with them if we hurry. Their trail's clear as day, Connie.
It's not their trail that I'm worried about. Do you understand what it is that we're actually doing here?
Getting Frogget back.
Maybe if we're lucky. At the moment, we're just rushing headlong into one of the most dangerous places around, without even the semblance of a plan.
But if we catch up to them before Snowden Village,
Do you think we're gonna be able to hold our own against two of Papyrus's top dogs? Not to mention his own brother?
That guy with the red eye. Why didn't you guys tell me Papyrus had a brother?
Probably because we'd have to catch up with you first.
I'm sorry, Connie. I just got impatient.
I get it, youngin'. You're scared for Frogget, same as all of us. But we're not gonna help him any by barreling into anything half-ready.
Seems like that's basically all I've done since I woke up down here.
The underground's no easy place to survive, that's for dang sure. But do you understand that when I'm telling you it's kill or be killed down here, well, that may not be the approach you take, but that's the way everyone else is living.
Well, what about you? You've been looking after others since long before I came to the underground. I mean, probably. Unless I was lying there for a really long time.
I've had to make my own hard choices, boy. Don't you doubt that for a minute.
Everything okay over here? Doggo seems pretty worried when he hears tense voices.
Don't worry, Doggo. Just taking a bit of a breather. Everything's fine.
If fine means charging and headless of all else, I probably put the full idea in your head myself, rushing off to Papyrus's puzzle like that. But we should at least go back to the cave, get some supplies.
Supplies? You mean weapons?
Yes.
You know I can't agree to that, Connie.
Stomping around through the forest unarmed was asking for danger enough. Going to the village? That's just insanity. You try talking some sense into him.
I know she means well, but...
But what?
But I know she's wrong. Even if we were prepared to use weapons against Papyrus and anyone who stands with them, we're hardly an elite fighting force. No way we could take on some royal guard with this motley crew of whatever we are. Connie told me Papyrus has a brother?
Sans.
Don't sound so excited when you say his name.
Trust me, he's not the sort of person to get excited about.
Is he more dangerous than Papyrus?
He's a different kind of dangerous. With Papyrus, at least you know what you're getting into. His games are as cruel as he is, and you can bet he's always trying to hurt you. I'm one of the few people he's actually okay to, but it's because he almost broke my stalk one time.
That's awful.
At least he doesn't think of me as a threat anymore because of it. But Sans? He's sneaky. He's as ruthless as his brother, but you never know what it is he's really after.
Is Sans part of the Royal Guard too?
Not exactly. No one really knows what he does besides running horrible errands for Papyrus.
Like coming all the way out here and getting Frogget out of that trap.
Yeah, Papyrus doesn't like to leave the village, so he sends Sans to do his dirty work. Lucky Sans didn't catch us, too.
Yeah, it's just... Ah, it's stupid.
What is it?
I could have sworn that Sans saw me back there. Like I thought he was staring directly at me. But then, nothing.
It's pretty dark here. Maybe he just thought you were a tree.
I'd have to be a pretty short tree.
Do you think he saw the necklace?
He must have known it was missing. The other two, those dogs though, they didn't seem to notice.
Yeah, that was weird. Doggerus and Doggermere are Papyrus's top agents.
Then that's even more strange, so they wouldn't be worried about it being gone.
Unless...
Unless what?
Unless it doesn't have any real power.
Let's just hope that's not the case. I mean, I can't get it to open, but maybe it's just stuck shut. I don't want to think we risked all that just to get one of the Froggets captured for nothing. Do you hear that?
No, but I can feel it in my roots. Something big's coming.
Everyone hide! What was that?
We're closer to Waterfall than the ruins now, so I can only imagine who that might have been.
Undyne. She must be coming to see him.
Oh no, now we'll never get the Frogget back.
Undyne? Do Papyrus and Sans have a sister you guys haven't told me about?
Oh, wouldn't that just beat all?
Undyne runs the Royal Guard closer to New Home, where Asgore lives.
Asgore, he's the king of the underground, right?
He made Papyrus and Undyne co-leaders of the Royal Guard a long time ago, when he stepped up security throughout the entire underground.
And Papyrus didn't mind?
Mind? Papyrus wasn't even on the Royal Guard before then. Undyne was the leader first, just happened that they got along. Lucky thing they do too.
How so?
If they hated each other, they'd probably set the whole underground on fire trying to unseat each other.
Fantastic. So now there's really no hope of getting into Snowden Village and getting Frogget back, is there?
Actually,
What is it, Doggo?
I don't want to make trouble or anything, but when Undyne comes to the village, she and Papyrus usually have a bowl of spaghetti and grillbees. So, unless they're planning on taking the Frogget there too.
The castle will be empty.
Empty doesn't mean unguarded.
But that'll sure make things easier. How big of a castle are we talking?
Not big, but if you thought that trap in the forest was hard...
You guys should stay here.
And leave you to go in there on your own.
Not likely.
If I'd been quicker on figuring out that puzzle...
It might not have made a lick of a difference. He told the Frogget to wait, and he didn't. So there's no use what-ifing about it now.
Are you saying we should leave him there? What about your sister? If we can even find out anything about what happened to her.
Then so much the better. But to be thinking you can just sashay into the village and make nice with everyone, now that's a laugh.
How about this? We go to Snowden Village, but we go in sneakily. And as soon as you give the word, Connie, we retreat. That way, you're not all blindly following me. Does that make sense?
I suppose. But don't go blaming me if I call this whole thing off just a few minutes in.
Fair enough.
I suppose they won't be looking for anyone coming from this side of the village either. Waterfall's even more dangerous than the village, or so I heard.
Or with Undyne running things over there? Now that's not too surprising.
So we're agreed then.
Ready when you are, Corey.
Doggo?
I guess I can smell if anyone bad's coming. But if the other dogs find me...
They'll have me to deal with. I'll be right beside you the whole time. Frogget?
Ribbit.
I guess that's a yes. Come on, Doggo.
Okay, Corey.
You sure they won't smell him? If Papyrus finds a human, and in the village itself to boot...
His soul's too weak. I don't know why. It's like falling into the underground hurt his soul somehow. I don't think any monster would be able to tell he's human right away. I couldn't tell. You still think he's...
Maybe his soul was hurt when he fell down. Maybe before then. I don't know. Whatever the case, we can't let Papyrus and Dyne or any of them get their paws on him. Sans most of all.
Corey said Sans couldn't see him back there at Papyrus's puzzle.
Couldn't see him or pretended not to?
But why would Sans pretend not to see Corey?
I don't know, but it's not out of the kindness of Sans' heart, if he even has one. Let's get a move on. If the kid had his way, he'd probably just walk right into the dank village handing out hugs. That's them, alright. Papyrus and Undyne. If they were normal folks, I'd almost say they were on a date.
Don't let Alphys hear you saying that.
Flower Child, if Alphys was near enough to hear me saying anything, I'm sure I'd have far more pressing things to worry about.
Okay, so where's the castle? Oh, I thought when you said castle it was gonna be, homier or something.
It used to be a normal house, but on top of all the expanding Papyrus did above ground, so to speak, it's bigger than meets the eye. The dungeon's the biggest part, and that's fully under the earth, probably right beneath our paws this minute.
Don't suppose it has a back door?
Even if there is, the guard upon the ramparts are sure to be watching the front and back of the castle.
Okay, so maybe there's a way to get in on one of the sides. Let's take a closer look.
Carefully.
Look, this window is perfect. It's already ajar.
That makes me nothing but nervous.
What if Papyrus left it open on purpose?
Then that's a risk we're gonna have to take. I mean, if the Frogget's life is in danger...
You said you'd stay right beside me, Corey.
I did, buddy, but I may need to hop down in there for just a few minutes. Think you'd be okay for just a few minutes?
Aww.
I don't know.
I know it's scary, Doggo, but it's not fair to ask anyone else to.
Ribbit.
Frogget? Not again. Why can't you guys just stay put?
Ribbit. Ribbit.
Sounds like he's found something.
Doggo, if Connie stays with you while I go down there for just a minute, would that be okay?
Well, I mean, I guess so.
Connie will take really good care of you. Won't you, Connie?
You stay right here with me, pup. You, me, and the flower will hang tight until Corey comes back with the froggets.
I'll be right back up as soon as I can, doggo. Whoa.
What is it?
Nothing.
Ribbit!
Hang on. I've got to move away from the window to find Frogget. It's so empty down here.
Ribbit! Ribbit!
There you are, little buddy. Looks like you're in there pretty good. Any chance you could slip through the bars?
Ribbit!
Thought not, but it was worth a shot, right? Maybe if I put this near it. Maybe it's magical or something.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh! You must be Sans.
And you're a human, which makes it odd to find you here, to say the least.
In your brother's dungeon?
Yes, although I specifically meant finding you outside of the cells, rather than in one.
Uh-huh.
Don't get me wrong, that's perfectly fine with me. Only, my brother probably won't be so understanding.
Yeah, but he isn't here right now, is he?
No. However, since he's returning from his dinner with Undyne early, he'll be back in a matter of moments.
Taking an awful long time down there.
Papyrus!
Hurry up, kid! Papyrus is coming back!
I don't think he can hear you.
So you're just gonna chuck me and my friends into these cells like some reward for your brother?
Hardly. Regardless of what the rest of the underground may believe, I still have certain redeeming qualities.
I'm not leaving here without the Froggets. Both of them.
Done.
If you were just gonna let him go, why did you stop me?
For you, a stranger to my brother's magic, that would have meant death.
But won't he know you were responsible?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But I'm sure my brother will have something else to distract him soon enough.
If he so much as looks past the trees, he'll see us.
Just stay here and don't move, whatever you do.
Hush now, doggo. You be quiet, you hear?
What's this then? Is that a weed I spy growing in my fair township?
Oh, hey there, Papyrus.
That's Captain Papyrus to you.
Sorry about that, Captain.
I've just thought of a new little game. And wouldn't you know, I think you're just the flower for the job.
Oh, yeah?
It's called She Loves Me, She Loves Me Not.
Wait, no.
I don't understand.
Nor would you, human. And for now, you don't need to. All you need to do for now is to stay hidden.
You're helping me?
I'm helping many in the underground. There's a tower to the north of here where the Ice Wolf used to live. Stay there, and I'll send for you when it's safe.
Whoa. More magic.
Corey, you rescued the Frogget. What happened down there?
Where's Flowey?
Let's move.
What happened?
Papyrus, you are back yet? Wanted to buy some time.
Can you walk?
I think so.
Good, because we've got to move.
Fastest way back to the cave's gonna be...
No, not back to the cave. We have to go to the Ice Wolf's tower. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, we passed it on the way here. Why?
Because that's what Sans told me to do.
Sans?
Corey, what did I tell you? Of any creature in the underground, he's the least trustworthy.
Yeah, but he also helped us escape. If he was bad through and through, he would have just taken me and the other frogget prisoner instead of releasing someone, right?
It's not that simple. Whatever Sans has planned, going to the ice tower is only a piece of it. You have no way of knowing that whatever he's really up to doesn't end with all of us down there in cells instead of just the one of us. You yourself said he saw you in the forest. He knows you have the necklace, whatever that's worth.
I know, but...
No! Find the frogget!
We have to run.
Close down the portals! No one enters or leaves until the frogget is recaptured!
We don't have a choice, Connie.
Fine, but on your own head be it.
This way.
I'm so sorry, Sans.
Never you mind, my dear. I found the human child, and everything is proceeding accordingly.
I should have never let him escape.
No, but that's over now. The boy is precisely where he's meant to be.
At least we're safe, right?
We're in a right mess now and no mistake. Trapped in Snowden Village, a stone's throw from Papyrus's own castle. We never should have come.
I know it seems that way, but we got the froggets back and...
Ribbit.
I mean, we couldn't just leave them.
Maybe. But so far you've been lucky, Corey. Sooner or later you're gonna have to make a hard choice.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Oh yes, Toriel. He is exactly where we need him.
They're starting to search the village. Any thoughts on an escape plan, youngin'?
Working on one, Connie. Any chance that blocked up shaft below us leads anywhere?
Even if it did, I wouldn't risk it. Who knows what god-awful things could be down there in the darkness? Things Papyrus put there or otherwise.
Western sector clear! Continuing sweep to the south!
Won't take them long to find us. Don't suppose Sans offered you any more choice bits of wisdom while you two were having your little chat?
Connie, it wasn't like that.
No, I might have expected tea and Turkish delight from the likes of him.
Why is it so hard to believe he helped me rescue the frogget? Helped is even a strong word. He basically did it for me.
And how'd you know that? Because he told you so?
It's because of this. I was going to try to use it to open the frogget's cell door, but then Sans told me I would have died if I tried it. That's when he opened the door himself and magicked us out of there.
Right, he told you that you'd die if you tried things your way.
Your point being?
Point being, as you didn't actually try it yourself, you don't know he wasn't lying to you. Maybe you could have gotten the frogget out on your own.
But then why would he just turn around and open the cell door anyway if that was the case? It doesn't make any sense.
Corey, as much as you want to believe Sans, remember that he's Papyrus's most trusted henchman. He may not be the perpetrator of the worst things Papyrus has done, but that's only a minor distinction. Whatever he did down there in the dungeon, it doesn't mean I'm about to trust him anytime soon. Sitting around here knowing that he knows where we are is only making me feel worse by the minute.
But you heard Papyrus. No one's going to be allowed in or out of Snowden Village until they find the frogget.
They can't be watching every inch of land. Even Papyrus doesn't have that many henchmen at his command.
You're thinking about escaping?
There's a river person to the north. Least way there was last time I was here. Even if they're not ferrying folks about anymore, we could swim for it.
Yeah, maybe that'd be an okay plan for the froggets. But what about Doggo and Flowey? I doubt they could manage the cold water.
We can't just wait here to be hunted down. You've heard them shouting around the village all night. Sooner or later, someone's gonna get the bright idea to check this tower, no matter how long it's been abandoned.
But Sans said...
Sans said... And what if he's playing a longer game? I know you want to see the best in folks, Corey, but this isn't
about what I see in people, Connie. Or monsters. Or whoever. It's about what happened. About logic.
Let's at least ship to someplace else nearby.
But...
That way we can see Sans coming. And if you're right and he comes alone, then we'll know for sure he's on the level. But if he doesn't, if he's leading Papyrus to us...
We'll still be safe.
Exactly. If, as you say, this is about logic, then this is our best answer.
Okay. I don't want to, but I can see your point. But where would we go?
Nowhere that's close to Papyrus's castle. That's for Blinkenshire.
Wherever we go, it should be some place Papyrus's goons have already swept.
The trees near Grillby's won't be perfect, but it'll do. And they won't be expecting to find us so close by.
You don't think anyone will see us?
Used to be some slime monsters in that part of town, but they look to be gone like so many others.
Guess we better wake up the others and get moving then.
We should split up too. There's too many of us now. Easier to be seen by Papyrus and the guard.
But Doggo?
If the other dogs find Doggo, the jig's up anyway. The Froggets can take him north by the river. That way, if the fairy monster's there, we'll know about it and can skedaddle sooner.
You don't think they'll be watching that way?
Nah, I watched them check it a few hours ago. Should be one of the safest places in the whole village right now. As for you, me, and the flower, that's gonna be a bit dicier.
If we run straight across that clearing, hopefully we won't attract any unwanted attention.
Hopefully. That's the name of the game, isn't it?
Come on, let's wake up the others. Better do this now, if we're gonna do it at all.
I still don't feel good about this, Corey.
I know, buddy. Me neither. But we gotta stay safe. You're in as much danger here as I am, and I don't want anything to happen to you. You're the best, Doggo. Don't forget that. Just stick close to the Froggets, they'll be your eyes. Froggets, just head north to the river and wait for us. We'll meet you there as soon as we can. And don't go wandering off.
Ribbit.
Psst, Connie, Flowey, let's go. I'll go first.
Let me! I'm a familiar enough face around here. If I'm seen, it won't be such a big deal.
Alright, fine. Stay out of sight.
Come on! The coast is clear.
Get out! Get out! Citizens of Snowdin Village, attend to the captain of your royal guard!
Ro, please.
Silence! Ugh. How many times have I told you not to call me that?
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't mean to.
And I suppose you didn't mean to let that frog get loose either.
I swear, it was just an accident, boss. I looked away just for a couple of seconds.
Fool! Do you think I'm stupid, Sans?
No, boss.
Do you really expect me to believe a simple, stupid frog was able to escape my defenses? Do you? And do you know who was last seen traveling with the frogget?
Sorry, boss. Honest.
You sure this guy is the Sans who's so loyal to his brother?
Don't make him any less dangerous.
Do you know what your incompetence has denied me, Sans? Yes, a soul. With that frogget, I could have. I suppose that's no matter now, thanks to my dunderhead brother. A few weeks in my dungeon should clear that right up.
Wait, Captain Papyrus, boss, please.
Doggerassa, take this sniveling heap to the place where I won't have to hear his pathetic whining.
Sure thing, Captain.
Wait, no!
Look away now.
Connie!
Mario!
Come, this way!
Wait, so after all that about not trusting Sans?
I know, Muriel. She won't betray us.
Savant! My boots have been despoiled by that pathetic show of my brothers. Clean them.
Hazel!
Connie, don't!
I have to help her.
If you go out there right now, you know what Papyrus will do to you. We have to regroup. Come on, Connie.
Haven't been here in... Gosh, I can't even remember.
Was this your sister's place?
Hazel's, yeah. She'd be heartbroken to see it in this state.
I'm sorry, she...
It is what it is now.
Let's keep it down till we get upstairs. How long have you been back in the village?
Just a few hours.
I had no idea you were still alive. We all thought...
Papyrus had got his bony claws on me? Not yet.
I think I see what you mean about Papyrus now, Connie. Someone's gotta stop him. If he'd do things like that to his own brother.
No, you can't go after Papyrus. No one can.
You saw what he did to me too, Corey. And he claims to like me.
Where's Jester?
Algoressa caught him telling people that things were going to get better. The Papyrus wouldn't be allowed to get away with this forever. That someone would stop him. I warned him, but you know how optimistic he was.
Poor fella.
We should send for the Froggets and Doggo.
Doggo? You can't bring that monster here.
He's changed. Corey changed him, actually.
He just needed some compassion.
Compassion? I don't know if you miss Papyrus tenderizing his own brother to a pulp out there, but...
I'm telling you, Muriel. Corey did it. Doggo's different. Almost like he used to be.
Yeah, you don't say.
And now we know something we didn't before. Your sister's alive, Connie.
Don't you think Papyrus knows that too? He knows who you're with. There are whispers everywhere.
But he can't find us. If he knew where we were, he'd have us already.
Yes, but he's got you trapped, doesn't he? He's been turning this village upside down since you got that frog out of wherever he's been keeping it. Do you think he's gonna let any of us alone until he's got you?
We're gonna have to face him.
Corey, no.
The boy's right.
You're with me, Connie?
He's got Hazel, doesn't he? Can't just leave her in there. I can't.
But Papyrus is so powerful.
And we're gonna need some help to deal with them. I know that now.
What are you suggesting?
We go back and get Toriel.
What?
We can't waste time with that, Corey. My sister needs us now.
Toriel does know about the whole underground. If she could be the monster she used to be, we could really use her help defeating Papyrus.
Connie, I know you've been on your own for a while, but going after the Royal Guard is insanity. I brought you here to keep you safe, not to give you a place to plot against Papyrus.
You a friend of his now, Muriel?
I just don't fancy hosting a party that's going to bring him down on all of our heads.
Well, far be it for me to remind you that this inn was and is Hazel's, Muriel. And the longer we wait, the more prepared for us he's gonna be. I say we go now.
Now? What about the Froggets and Doggo?
The Froggets know these woods. They'll keep themselves and Doggo safe so long as we're quick. If we can just nip in and grab her like we did with Frogget.
Papyrus is bound to be watching his dungeon more closely now, though.
Maybe, but I doubt he's had time to shore up whatever defenses he's got in place. Not without a new prisoner to shove down there.
But...
I know you want to help everyone, Corey, but my sister's an innocent. She wouldn't ever have hurt any monster.
I really think it's a bad idea to go in there without thinking this through more, Connie.
If you want to go back for Toriel after that, fine. But I'm going to save Hazel now, whether you're with me or no.
Let's go scout by the same window. If nothing's changed, maybe we can go in that way.
Do you want me to come too?
The fewer people we have going in down there, the better. Flowey, I need you to go find Doggo and the Froggets and let them know what's happening. The Froggets can't really speak, and Doggo can't really see. I'm worried about what will happen if one of Papyrus's lackeys does find them.
You sure? Another pair of eyes as lookout might come in handy.
I'm sure. We'll just have to be careful. And I don't want Papyrus hurting Flowey again either. You alright with that, Flowey?
Yeah, I understand.
That's the spirit. Thanks for your time, Ariel.
Don't get too comfortable here. Hazel'll be back soon enough.
I hope you're right.
Ready?
Course not. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it. I'll go in first.
Then it's time for the moment of truth.
Don't like the smell of this place. Suppose that's to be expected.
Yeah, I really don't want to think about it. Did you hear that?
This way. Hazel!
Cotty, is that you?
So, you've come again, huh? I'm afraid this time I lack the powers to assist you.
Your brother. Why do you let him do those horrible things to you?
Don't you have any siblings?
I'm not actually sure. I don't remember.
Then you cannot possibly understand. Like most in the underground, Papyrus wasn't born bad.
What happened to him?
Surely you've heard what's said about this place. The way monsters think nowadays.
It's kill or be killed.
My brother used to be a kind monster. Silly even. But the more you kill, the easier it becomes to distance yourself.
And the more you distance yourself, the less you'll hurt.
The more easily you can bring yourself to hurt others. Do you understand, human child?
Where are those words from?
When the time is right, you'll remember. For now, all you need to know is that right now, down here, all that monsters want is the same thing humans wanted when they shut us down here. To survive, even for those who can see another way. Such hope is meaningless if we ourselves do not exist. All the world's a stage, and all the humans and monsters merely players.
What does that mean?
How horrible would it be, do you suppose, to remember the things that have been 100 times before, to not be able to forget? The last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. But for now, such sweet oblivion isn't meant to be. The underground never forgets.
I don't understand.
Boss.
Boss?
Corey!
Well done, Sans. Oh, you have redeemed yourself.
Papyrus!
I'd say that I'm sorry, but my brother always did want to capture a human. Did I do well, boss?
You were marvelous, Sans. Using yourself and the rabbit as bait. What a performance! Simply marvelous.
Corey, what do we do? What do we do?
All this time, I thought I was having such a devil of a time finding you, human. Yet, in the end, you came to me.
Just like I told you he would, boss?
Nearly slipped up there, didn't you, Sans?
Yeah, boss. I'm sorry about that.
Go on, then. Just as a special treat. You deserve something nice after trapping your brother and liege lord a living, breathing human.
Nah, I couldn't, boss.
I insist.
All right. Bro?
That wasn't so hard, now was it?
Nah, bro.
I said once, Sans. Don't be impolite.
Of course, boss. Sorry about that.
I am grateful to you, Sans. Once I bring the human boy to Asgore, he will reward me by making me the sole captain of the Royal Guard.
Undyne's not gonna take kindly to that.
How Undyne spends her enforced retirement is no concern of mine, Rabbit. The only thing that matters is that this human soul will buy me what I've always wanted. So don't get too comfortable, boy. It's a long journey to a new home.
I'm sorry, Corey. You tried to warn me about coming in here without a plan, and I didn't listen.
It's not your fault, Connie.
Isn't it?
I did the exact same thing when we got the frogget out, and I was arrogant, thinking we could rescue your sister just as easily. I didn't want to believe you when you said Sans wasn't any friend of ours.
Why do you think he's so hated?
Yeah. I can't imagine folks are too happy to see the doer of Papyrus's evil deed darkening their doorstep.
It's not just that. He makes you think he's nice, and then just when you think maybe he's not so bad as Papyrus, he does something really, really terrible.
There now, Hazel.
At least we're together.
Not quite how I imagined, but yeah, I missed you, sis.
I missed you too, Connie.
Where's Kit?
I don't know. I sent him far away when things started going bad, and then, just as I was going to go join them...
It's alright, darling. You just go on and cry.
You don't understand. The things he'll do to us. He's a monster. Really and truly, Connie, a monster. The things I've seen.
Don't suppose Sans told you anything useful while he was tricking you, Corey?
I'm not sure. I don't understand what he meant by it, especially since he was just turning us over to Papyrus in the end.
What did he say?
He said he was talking about how it's easier to hurt when you distance yourself from others. How he wanted to survive. Does that make any sense?
I suppose. Not to excuse his behavior, but Papyrus is hard on him, and not just Beverly. We all saw that. Anything more?
Yeah. He said the underground never forgets.
What do you think he meant by that?
I don't know, but he was saying something about pretending too. He seemed confused, jumping from one thing to another. Maybe it made sense to him, but it just sounded like a bunch of gibberish to me.
Maybe he thought you had some kind of special human powers or the like and would understand him.
Special human powers?
It's not as though we've got classes to teach us all about humans. I mean, your kind shut us away down here. That's all most of us know about you.
Wait, what? Say that again, Connie?
Alls I said's that monsters don't know much about humans.
Exactly. So what's to say Papyrus knows anything about humans?
Come to think of it, I don't expect he would. Just that Asgore wants one well, he wants one at any rate.
And with him all distracted about what capturing me means for him.
So captain of the Royal Guard. Huh. Can you even imagine?
I think there's a way to use that to our advantage. One man in his time plays many parts. Maybe it's time for me to try a new approach.
Just think carefully about how you deal with Papyrus.
Connie, we're already prisoners in his torture dungeon. If we don't do something, our odds of surviving aren't going to get any better. And if I can do anything to help us all out of here, then so much the better.
What exactly are you thinking?
Isn't this an intriguing turn of events? I don't believe anyone's ever requested an audience from the dungeons before. Have they, Sans?
No, boss. This is a first.
So what brings you to my humble chamber, human? Anxious to get started on the road to a new home?
I came to offer my sincere congratulations on taking me prisoner. Only a truly fearsome monster can capture a human.
Well now, the human has manners, unlike most of this forsaken cesspit of an underground.
It's simply the way of my kind. We value loyalty above all else.
Is that so?
Of course. If someone were to dare speak to their commanding officer the way this Sans guy talked to you, gosh, I can't even imagine.
Yes, Sans' loyalty is at times imperfect.
Well, I just didn't want you to worry. You said it was a long way to new home, and I thought I should probably let you know up front that you won't have to worry about me escaping.
And I have your word on that, do I?
Of course. But
what?
But I just hope you'll understand that the same goes if that other captain of the Royal Guard. What was her name?
Undyne?
Right, Undyne. If Undyne were to capture me, well, I'd be duty-bound not to try to escape from her, even though it'd be you who caught me fair and square to begin with.
And you wish to return to my custody if she captured you?
Of course, better to be captured honorably than stolen by an unworthy thief. That'd be an insult to my honor.
Well put.
You do realize, don't you, human, that Asgore will have no mercy on your soul? For you, the road to new home leads to nothing but death.
Humans don't fear death.
I think most would rather escape and live than risk the alternative.
Most monsters, perhaps. But if you think that about humans too, then clearly you lack the kind of subtle mind for leadership that your brother clearly possesses.
Indeed.
Actually, Captain Papyrus, I'd be happy to tell you what I know about humans, if it'd be any use. I'd only ask, well...
For your friend to be released?
No, she was taken fair and square too. Captain, if it's alright, I prefer to speak with you alone. The kind of knowledge I have could be... dangerous, if heard by unworthy ears.
You want me to leave you alone with the one true captain of the Royal Guard and unsupervised?
What harm could I possibly do? Captain Papyrus, I may have useful knowledge for you, but physically, I'm frail and useless. I haven't fought a single creature since I fell down in the underground. I could never in my wildest nightmares think of trying to fight you, my lord.
And if Sans stays in the room?
I'm sorry, Captain, but for your own safety, I wouldn't be able to divulge what I know. Sans may have been the one who kept us there, but it was you who took us prisoner.
I suppose it is my dungeon after all. Sans, leave us.
But boss!
No but! Go! There. Now, do you require anything else before indulging this sensitive information? A glass of tepid water, perhaps?
Of course not, Captain. I didn't mean to inconvenience you at all. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't putting you at any unnecessary risk.
Risk? My castle is the safest fortification this side of Waterfall.
It's imposing, really it is. But I've always found betrayal comes from unexpected quarters. And Sans seems, well, he's no you, Captain.
Indeed.
If Sans were in league with Undyne, or worse, Asgore.
You think my brother is in cahoots with the king of the underground? Absurd.
I'm sure it is. But if Sans somehow let slip to Undyne that you were bringing me through her territory.
If she were to take you to Asgore herself, curse her. I can't believe I didn't think of that sooner.
Pardon me for asking, Captain, but do you trust your brother? You don't have to answer me out loud, but just think about it for a minute. Would he stand to gain from Undyne becoming sole commander of the Royal Guard instead of you?
It would be unthinkable for Sans to betray me.
What is it?
I suppose he has been making himself quite scarce lately. How do I know this isn't some elaborate plot to escape?
Captain, if I was going to try to escape, why would I have to speak with you? If I were a monster, I'd probably still be down there in the dungeon, looking for some kind of escape route. But instead, I'm here talking to you. What does that tell you about my loyalty, my humanity?
If all humans are like you, they're a strange lot.
I just want to make sure I don't get captured or hurt unnecessarily. If it's my fate to be surrendered up to Asgore because you wish it, that's one thing. But I'd hate for all this to be in vain. Besides, I can't even defend myself.
Your soul does seem quite weak. I'd hardly have taken you for a human.
Whatever you or Asgore have planned for me, Captain, I'm really worried I'm going to be insufficient.
Insufficient? My boy. All the monsters in the underground are hardly a match for a single human soul.
Of course, but mine, after everything I've been through down here, it's barely strong enough to keep me going, let alone be much of use to anyone else. Can you imagine if whatever thing Asgore needs my soul for, I'm not strong enough?
Is that even possible?
I don't know. But if Asgore is willing to reward you so handsomely for bringing me to him, can you imagine what he might do if I'm not able to help?
That is a troubling thought.
I could strengthen myself if you wanted. Just a little bit, so that I wouldn't be completely useless to you when you give me to Asgore. I wouldn't want him to think you were trying to trick him after all.
And what would that entail? Making daisy chains with your rabbit friend?
No. I'd have to kill something. Or someone.
Really now?
Not you, or anyone like you, of course. But there are plenty of monsters nearby, and not all of them are loyal to you. Right here in Snowden Village, there's a resistance growing.
And how would you know that?
I can, smell it. Humans have pretty keen senses of smell.
Like my dogs?
Very similar. Treachery has a, kind of wet, rot aroma to it. And I smelled that right when I first came into town.
There have been signs.
The rabbits downstairs, Connie and Hazel, if they come with me, the other monsters, the ones that are trying to betray you, they won't see it coming. Then I can get stronger in just a little while, and you can use me to get your promotion while King Asgore kills me.
No.
No?
I won't send you with both of them. I never trusted rabbits, and putting them together seems like a recipe for disaster. No, I'll send you with the quieter one. Knowing her sister is back here with me will give her a certain incentive to bring you back if you prove less loyal than you claim. Sans!
What can I do for you, boss?
Outfit the human. He'll be going about some business in the village for me. And fetch that rabbit, the scrawny one from the dungeons. She'll be accompanying him.
Boss?
Just do it, Sans.
Absolutely, boss. Come with me. I'd leave the frying pan where it is. My skull's thick enough to withstand more than a few knocks.
how did...
I know. After dealing with your kind for long enough, call it instinct. Here.
Thanks.
Will that be sufficient?
What? Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
You're going to kill monsters with a toy knife? There's no cutting edge on that.
I knew that.
Don't be absurd, Corey. I know you're not going to kill the monsters left standing against my brother.
You do? Because that would be wrong, as I'm most definitely going to kill some monsters.
With the toy?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna work on my arm strength at the same time.
I don't know what you're planning, Corey, but know that my brother doesn't take kindly to betrayal.
Yeah, thanks. I figured that out already. Just a few minutes in his dungeon drives that point home pretty well.
The dagger's imbued with special magic. You can use it to get yourself and anyone traveling with you out of the village without drawing Papyrus's attention.
Magic? Like the magic from Toriel's house?
Who do you think gave the magic to Toriel? I'll look after Connie the best that I can, but I can't make any promises.
You'll look after her. What does that even mean?
It means exactly what it says on the label. I'll try to help.
After you turned us over to your psychotic brother? I can't believe I was going to help you when we came back for Hazel.
And if you'd freed me from the dungeon, what then?
Then we all would have escaped.
Escape isn't enough, Corey. There's only so far to run, especially underground.
So what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting you take a look at the path that's brought you here. Sometimes the way to go forward is to go back.
It was you, wasn't it? The person Toriel was talking to in the ruins the night I stayed with her.
Yes.
You told her to kill Flowey.
Something she didn't accomplish.
And you knew that she wouldn't be able to do it?
Let's say I had hopes.
You realize I have no way of trusting you, right?
And I have no way of trusting you either, Corey. Being human is not in itself a virtue. Besides, I don't need you to trust me, Corey. What you need is to trust yourself to do the right thing. And until you yourself believe it, truly believe it, well, that'll be dogging me with Hazel.
But Connie, I can't just leave her without saying goodbye to her.
Connie will understand. She's tough and knew the risk of coming here. I'll try to keep Papyrus otherwise occupied. Good luck.
Bring me back proof, you hear? Cleanse this village, and you'll have the gratitude of the one and only Captain of the Royal Guard. Of course, you'll likely be dead by that point, but I'm sure that isn't something to trouble a loyal human such as yourself.
Absolutely, Captain.
And you, make sure he comes back in one piece. If not, I hope you've made your peace with your sister.
Yes, Captain Papyrus.
Come on.
Be back soon.
Corey, we were so worried about you. Where's Connie?
Papyrus has her, but this is Connie's sister, Hazel.
Oh no, we have to get Connie.
I know, and we will. But we've been chasing our tails for long enough. Excuse the expression, doggo. And it's time to get my house in order.
Time to storm the castle?
Nope, just the opposite. Froggets, I need you to stay with Hazel.
Ribbit, ribbit.
But Papyrus, when he finds out I've left the village...
He'll be too busy worrying about other things. You deserve to go find your son. Make sure he's alright. After what you've been through, you've already done more than enough.
I suppose we could take the river.
Do it. Get out of here, and don't look back. I'll get Connie to safety.
Thank you, Corey.
No wandering off, Froggets. She's gonna be relying on you.
What about us?
Yeah, what can we do?
You two are coming with me, if you're ready. We're going someplace even scarier than Papyrus's castle.
If such a thing's even possible.
Believe me, it is.
I don't like scary things, but I suppose a good doggo doesn't let that hold him back. I'm with you, Corey.
You're being really brave, doggo. And I'm glad to have you beside me. Both of you. Sans said this would take us there, but I don't... Wait, hang on.
Oh, here again.
Right back where we started.
I can smell bad things. Even out here. Terrible things happen in there.
I don't doubt it, Doggo. But if we want to help Connie and everyone left in Snowden Village, this is exactly where we have to go.
This place has a bad smell to it, Corey.
I'm sorry, Doggo. It doesn't smell great to me either, and your nose is way better than mine. I can't even imagine how bad it is for you.
Are you sure coming here's the greatest idea? Last time we were here, we almost didn't get out at all.
It's definitely dangerous in here, Flowey. I'm not saying it isn't, but coming back to confront Toriel has been nagging at me ever since you rescued me.
Sometimes? Well, never mind.
No? What is it?
It's just that sometimes other people can't be saved. Maybe you want to help them, but if they're not ready for the help you're offering, I just hate for you to put yourself in danger for someone who can't change, or isn't ready to.
I know you think Toriel is past redemption for what she's done to all those monsters, Flowey, but someone's got to try to help her.
Corey, you're the bravest person I've ever met, human or monster. But what if bravery isn't enough?
Even Papyrus is scared of Toriel. I'm scared of her for sure, and I've never even met her.
Things don't just get a reputation for being scary for no reason.
Sometimes they do, or sometimes it's just for the wrong reason. That's why it's so important for me to go back and talk to her.
You think Toriel's just misunderstood?
I'm saying it's not an impossibility. Maybe someone can get through to her, start to understand why she is the way she is.
What about the monster she's already killed? Don't they deserve justice?
Who can say what kind of justice Toriel deserves? I can't, so all I can do is try to talk to her.
I just wish you hadn't sent Hazel and the Froggets away like that. We could have used the extra set of eyes.
If we were talking about Connie, you'd probably be right, Flowey, but Hazel's already been through enough. She deserved to go find her child.
And the Froggets?
The Froggets kept getting themselves into trouble. Something bad was bound to happen to them sooner or later. Our luck's running thin as it is. Better not try to tempt fate. I know you're scared, Doggo, but I don't want to leave you out in the forest by yourself.
I'd definitely rather stick near you, Corey. I just wish it could be something fun, like chasing a stick or a squirrel instead of going into this scary place.
I'm right with you there, boy.
So what do we do now?
Whatever comes next, I don't think we can all approach her together. I don't want to overwhelm or frighten her.
You're worried about scaring Toriel?
Like when I was with her before. She was kind toward me until she realized you were there.
Yeah, Toriel doesn't like me very much.
And I'll bet she isn't too fond of Doggo either.
Does she stand still a lot?
No, she moves around.
I don't know if being able to see her will make me more scared of her or less.
That's another reason for you two to hang back. If you're right, Flowey, if Toriel is beyond helping, then someone's got to be left to warn the others.
Others? What others?
Anyone. Anyone at all who might be innocent. Anyone who falls down from the surface. Or any monster in the underground who still believes in hope. If I fail, someone has to keep resisting Papyrus and everything he stands for.
Corey, I know I can't convince you not to go looking for Toriel, but there's something else you have to know.
What is it, Flowey?
It's just a rumor, one I never dreamed would be a problem, but well, here we are and all.
What is it?
Monsters are different than humans in a lot of ways, Corey, and one of them is that when we die, we turn to dust.
Dust? I guess that explains the taste of the pie Toriel gave me.
Turning to dust usually doesn't happen for a really long time, but Toriel clearly isn't waiting around for that to happen.
You think she's speeding things up somehow?
She must be. I can't imagine what she did to the spiders that used to live in the ruins. But if it really was Sans that she was talking to through the door, he might have given her something to help.
But if monsters and humans are different, then whatever Toriel's using on the monsters, shouldn't it not work on me?
Maybe, maybe not. You've already seen the kind of magic Sans gave her. Just be careful.
I will, Flowey. Maybe you two should hang back a bit. I mean, she doesn't ever go out into Snowden Forest, right?
Not that I've heard of.
Then so long as we keep walking this way, me ahead, you guys far enough behind that you'll be able to see her coming, we should stay safe enough. But you have to stay absolutely silent. Do you understand?
I don't think that's gonna be a problem, Corey.
It means you guys can't yell to me if you see her sneaking up behind me or anything like that. If she gets even the slightest suspicion that you're here, I have a feeling she's not going to react too well.
Corey, you're basically asking us to sit here and do nothing but watch as you put yourself in terrible danger.
I'm asking you to trust me, Flowey. At the very least, we have to rescue the other monsters. As for everything else, that's going to depend on Toriel.
I guess that's fair enough, but I still don't like this idea very much.
Me neither.
That's okay. You don't have to. Just promise me that you guys won't interfere.
I promise.
I guess so.
Do you want us to hold on to the locket for you, just in case anything happens?
Thanks, Flowey, but I think I should keep it with me. I know I'm probably just being superstitious, but it's a gut feeling, you know?
Not really. I have roots.
Fair enough.
I'll have my paws crossed for you, Corey.
Thanks, doggo. And here we go. Just hang back and keep it to the shadows.
I don't like this. Not one bit.
If you think it's bad for us, imagine how bad it's gonna be for Corey.
I smell something.
I'm not surprised. We're getting close to Toriel's house.
It's really strong.
Don't start whining. You heard Corey. We have to stay as quiet as possible.
But there's something moving up there.
Corey, is that you?
Toriel, I was looking for you.
You have been a very bad boy. Do you understand me?
I'm sorry for leaving before, but...
Leaving? You ran away from home. Do you know how worried I was about you?
I didn't mean to make you worry.
What was I supposed to think? The last I saw, you were running away from me with that blasted flower without even so much as a note to tell me where you were going.
I didn't think...
No, you didn't think, did you? You just ran off with your little friend without even thinking about my feelings.
Oh gosh, Toriel, I feel really awful about this. I honestly didn't think you'd be worried about me. I've been worrying about you.
Clearly, this is my fault. For a child to show such insensitivity to another, the parenting is to blame.
I was the one who, ran away.
Which you wouldn't have been able to do if I'd taken a firmer hand with you. I wanted things to be better, different than the others. But a good mother doesn't shy away from discipline when it's needed.
What are you doing? Where are you taking me?
Come on, let's move.
I promise, I won't run away again. Please, Toriel.
I know you wouldn't mean to do it, child, but you were tempted by the outside world once. It'll happen again if I'm not watchful.
Can't I at least go back to the bedroom you set up for me? I promise you, I won't leave again.
Heavens, no! I'll need to put bars on the windows before you move back in upstairs. And there's plenty to do before that happens.
You mean you're gonna leave me down here? In a cell?
Nothing and no one has ever escaped from here once the cell doors are locked. It's the only place where I can absolutely be sure you're safe.
Can't you just believe me when I give you my word?
It's not your fault, Corey. You didn't know any better. But before I can let you out, I have to know you can be completely trusted. No, I'll have to re-educate you.
Re-educate me?
You barely moved in before you ran away and left me again. And I don't think my heart could take it. Someone needs to teach you right from wrong. Now, you just sit tight down here until I'm ready. And after we're through your first lesson, I'll bring you some pie when it's time for dinner. I am so glad you came back home, Corey. We're going to be such a happy little family from now on, I promise.
Well, well, well. Do you see who's returned, Whimson?
Looks like the prodigal son to me, Napstablook.
I'm sorry it took me so long to come back.
Oh, never mind that. What's a few weeks between friends?
I understand if you're angry at me. I made you a promise, and it's taken me this long to make good on it.
Of course. Besides, it's not as though we have any pressing appointments, except with Toriel, of course.
Is that where the others went?
Hardly. Vegetoid and Lukes merely decided to take a bit of a stroll, while Moldsmall went for a paddle down the North River.
You're kidding, right?
Yes, of course I'm kidding. Don't be absurd.
If only I'd come back sooner.
I doubt it should have made any difference whatsoever. Toriel is quite powerful, and now, with the machine...
What kind of machine?
I tell you, if this pesky locked door wasn't in my way.
I'm sure what my esteemed colleague means to say is that we haven't the foggiest. Toriel comes down, takes one of us away, and they never return.
So how do you know it's a machine that she's using?
Because we can hear the infernal thing, of course. Growling and snarling like some immense metal monster itself. The screaming, and then the silence when it's all over with. And Toriel weeping, of course.
A few days later, she comes down and does it all again.
And unto dust we all return. It's quite a delight to have you back, you know.
If for no other reason than it buys us more time.
No offense intended, of course.
Nah, I get it. Other people warned me against coming back here, and I listened to them for too long.
Old Small actually believed you'd return, you know. At least, he did at first, until Vegetoid and Luke's were taken. Those last days he could do nothing but quake in fear.
Not too different than what he did the rest of the time, if you ask me.
Which I'm sure no one did, Whimsun.
I knew it. I knew I should have come back sooner. But then I got distracted with Sands and Papyrus and all that. I should have listened to my gut.
I know you've disposed of your erstwhile companion.
Sorry?
The flower is gone, you nincompoop.
Flowey's safe. I told him to wait for me nearby.
Seriously? You came back here on purpose?
That's what I've been telling you. I intentionally came back to get you out. And to save Toriel.
Save Toriel? Oh, that is precious.
Why is that so funny?
Why save the sheep if you also mean to save the wolf?
I believe they're still good in Toriel. Flowey told me she used to be the nicest monster in the underground. So what changed? And why isn't anyone trying to help her change back?
Some of us are rather more invested in saving our own skins than that of our captor.
I know, and that's why I came back. For whatever reason, Toriel wants me here. So maybe I can get her to open up to me.
Good luck. I'm almost 50% not kidding when I say that.
A machine. Seems you're lucky after all.
Lucky?
Won't be long until she comes for you.
How long was that this time?
Hours? Days? I simply can't say anymore.
No offense, but I'm looking forward to her coming back for you if it'll make that bleeding noise stop.
I'm with you there. Just sitting here waiting for her, it's awful.
Really? We had absolutely no idea.
Again,
Shh! It seems your wish is her command.
Come with me, child. It's time. I've barely had time to tidy up. Hopefully you can forgive me for the mess.
Yeah, it's fine. Kinda dusty.
Under different circumstances, I'd send you to a proper school, but that just isn't available. We'll have to make do with homeschooling.
I'm sure you'll be a, fantastic teacher, Toriel.
Thank you. Did you know, once upon a time I wanted to be a teacher?
Yeah? Why didn't you?
It's hardly worth mentioning. That was such a long time ago now.
Why don't you tell me about it?
No, I couldn't possibly. Besides, I've had to develop a new curriculum for you. We'd best get started. Please have a seat.
I'd rather stand, if it's all the same to you.
Don't make me ask you again, Corey.
Do you really have to lock me in?
This curriculum is pretty strict. I can't have you trying to interfere. That would be disrespectful and entirely counterproductive.
So, what's in your curriculum? I'm a yearning for some learning.
It's, very strict. As I told you before, I can't have you running off again. The underground simply isn't a safe place.
I know what you mean now.
You do?
Yeah, just a little bit of time out there in Snowdon showed me what you were talking about. It is dangerous.
I'm so glad you understand. Do you know what I would have done if anything would have happened to you? I would have gone out of my mind.
Over me? We only met a little while ago.
But already I feel responsible for you, Corey, as though you were my own child.
But doesn't a good parent trust their child?
Perhaps, but trust is a two-way street. Once it's been broken, more stringent measures must be taken.
You mean, like, punishment?
I have to discourage you from leaving again, don't you see?
But I've already told you I won't leave.
You don't mean to lie to me, I know that. But I have to save you, Corey, even if it means saving you from yourself. I'm so sorry, Corey. I wish there was another way. The pain will pass.
Please, turn it off.
I can't. Not until your re-education is complete. Not until I can trust you again.
I don't need to be educated.
See? You're fighting it now. Fighting me, even as I'm trying to take care of you. Why do you have to keep resisting? Good children don't disobey, Corey. All I want is to keep you safe. Can't you just let me do that?
I'm not disobedient. I'll stay with you, I promise.
More lies! Why must you always lie to me? I only want what's best for you.
I swear, I'll stay.
No, you'll leave me too. The others, they wanted to leave. I couldn't let them. Don't you see?
Please, Toriel, you're hurting me.
I have to. Don't you understand? That's the only way you'll learn.
Learn what?
How dangerous it is out there. It may have been safe at one time, but not anymore. Why can't you just listen to your mother?
It's not dangerous.
Yes, it is, Azriel! I don't.
Who did you lose, Toriel?
My son. My boy.
Azriel?
He was so young. Too young for that.
What happened to him?
It doesn't matter now. It was so long ago. He's just gone.
I'm so sorry, Toriel.
I only wanted to keep him safe.
But he ran away from home?
Yes.
What if he's still... There's no chance he's still alive, is there?
I held his body. I held him in my arms when they brought him back to me. Once he was already gone.
I'm so sorry, Toriel.
I only wanted to keep you safe. Somewhere out there on the surface, you must have a mother. And she wouldn't want this for you. She wouldn't want you to die down here in the darkness. She wouldn't want you to die alone.
Toriel, I'm not going to die down here. I have friends, and they need me as much as I need them. I have to try to help them fix things here.
Oh, Corey, can't you see it's too late for that?
It's not too late. If we work together, there's so much we can put right. If you help me, we can confront Papyrus. The things that are happening in Snowdon Village. Toriel, if you help us, we might have a fighting chance to set things right.
Fighting? When has that ever saved anyone?
It's going to save you. Because whatever's happened to you, Toriel, I'm not going to give up on you. I won't. And if it takes weeks or months to convince you of that, then that's how long it takes.
You're so strong, Corey.
And you can be strong too, Toriel. You just have to try. Whatever you've done, whoever you've become, Toriel, you can change. You can be that monster again. The one everyone loves so much and misses so badly.
You couldn't possibly understand. After everything, sometimes it's simply too late. Some things can't be undone. I'm so sorry, Corey.
Toriel? Wait, Toriel! Please!
You're sure he's in here?
His smell's really strong, but I can't see anything.
Flowey? Doggo? I thought I told you guys to stay hidden.
We did, and then we heard screaming, and we waited more until it had been quiet a while, and well, here we are.
Where's Toriel?
She must be somewhere else in the house. Come on, we have to hurry.
No.
No?
I came all the way back here to confront Toriel. I'm not leaving this quickly.
But she was torturing you.
Yeah, but she stopped because I was getting through to her.
Are you sure she wasn't just tired? She could come back at any minute.
The monsters in the basement are counting on me. Just stay behind me and be ready to book it if she shows up.
Are you gonna run with us?
I'm staying until Toriel is who she's supposed to be again. The monster you and so many others remember. Toriel?
The lock's on the door. They're all open. What do you think that means?
She's gone.
You really think so?
This note. Dear Corey, I hope you can forgive me for what happened. I know I can never forgive myself. I only wanted to help you and the others. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. You and the others? What do you suppose Toriel meant by that?
You and the other monsters she's been holding prisoner, don't you think?
I told you some things can never be undone. But it took you believing in me to realize that in trying to stop horrible things from happening, I became the worst thing of all. I was just passing my pain on to others. I need to leave the ruins. I can see that now. I came here to forget, but too many horrible things have befallen here, and I don't know who I am anymore.
Wow, Corey.
Yours with deepest regret and affection, Toriel.
She's really gone.
Sounds like it.
P.S. You'll find the others in the ruins. I've drawn you a map. I only wanted to save them.
The others? Does she still mean the other monsters?
Only one way to find out, but we have to do something first.
Whimsun, wake up, my dear chap. You'll never believe who's back.
Toriel?
She's gone. You're free.
Well, I'll be. You actually did it.
Only took losing a bunch of our best friends, but yeah, hooray.
I should have come back sooner.
At least you came back at all. For that we are grateful.
Where will you go now?
Stay here, I suppose. Not this house, of course. If I had my druthers, I'd burn it to the ground. But elsewhere, the ruins are vast enough for forgetting.
Forgetting? You're such an optimist, Napstablook.
You take that back.
We should stick around for at least a few minutes, just to see if there's anything here we can use.
Isn't that stealing? I don't think good doggos steal.
I don't think she's coming back for any of it.
I'm sure Corey doesn't want us to be bad. Do you, Corey?
Looks like your friend had the same idea Toriel did. Good riddance.
Whimsun, try to show a little charity.
Don't worry, doggo. I think I know where he went. Thought I'd find you here.
I think I spent more time here than I did in the guest bedroom Toriel prepared for me last time.
Is everything okay?
No, it really isn't, Flowey. This thing, what it did to the other monsters.
What do you think we should do with it?
I don't know.
Do you think you'll destroy it?
Is that the best use for it?
What do you mean, Corey?
Never mind. Time to do what I came here for.
You're gonna tickle the big machine of death?
Of course not. The monsters, the ones Toriel brought here, they deserve better than just being left here like this.
Looks like Toriel did a pretty good job of keeping this place, I don't know if clean is the right word.
It's unthinkable. Like if she'd been going after humans, what would this have been? Limbs? Hearts? And instead, it just got left here because it's just dust.
Maybe she couldn't bring herself to do it.
Then maybe she shouldn't have been using this machine. I'm sorry, Flowey. I didn't mean to snap at you. You've been nothing but a good friend. But I shouldn't have brought you here.
I have my own demons about this place.
Yeah, I can imagine. Especially with Toriel trying to fireball you anytime she saw you.
That sure didn't help. Are you gonna clean this whole place?
Just this room. I know there are probably more horrors behind every closed door in this house. But this is... it's what I can do right now.
You freed the other monster she left behind. It's what you set out to do.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you want any help? I don't have a feather, but I guess I could use my leaves and pellets.
If you don't mind, that'd be great. I don't want Doggo coming in here again, and he's been through enough.
All of us have.
Fair enough. Let's just try to gather it all up quickly. We can put it in this pouch.
And then we can leave?
There's one more thing I have to do.
What is this place?
The graveyard.
So there's some of us Toriel didn't eat? How comforting.
These aren't monsters. They were humans.
What?
The hearts. They represent human souls.
It seems Toriel was as enthusiastic in slaying your kind as she was ours.
This is what she meant. All that about how she was doing things that couldn't be undone. She killed them.
Doesn't feel good, does it?
It didn't feel good before. It doesn't matter whether it's humans or monsters. Killing is killing.
A surprising sentiment from a human, though not an unwelcome one.
I guess after what she did to you, maybe you're not so bad, Corey.
Flowey and I cleaned the room where she took me. I figure you guys might want the remains.
Thank you. It seems this may be something of a macabre opportunity to lay our companions to rest. Whatever else Toriel was or might have been, she cared about this place.
Why do you think she even put up headstones? She didn't do the same for the other monsters.
Probably because she didn't know what to do with them.
Here we spread our dust over the things or places we care about, so a part of us will live on through them. Shall we say a few words to remember them?
You do it, Napstablook.
Very well then. We gather here today to remember those who have fallen. Moldsmall, Lukes, Vegetoid, the 6 human children whose names we shall never know. You were taken from this world too soon. Rest together in this quiet place, and know that you will live on through us, in our memories and in our souls, earth to earth, dust to dust.
I won't forget you. Any of you.
I suppose we'd best be going. No sense lingering.
Yeah, I don't want to be here if Toriel changes her mind and comes back.
Do take care of yourselves. And with that said, if I ever see any of you again, it'll be far too soon. Guess we should probably be going too. Right, Corey?
Give me a minute. I'll meet you guys back at the house. We can head out from there.
All right. If you're sure. Think he's gonna be okay?
I don't know, Doggo. He seems really upset.
Is he even gonna want to go back to Snowden Village?
If there's one thing I know about Corey, it's that he wouldn't abandon a friend to suffer.
You're sure about that? Even after whatever Toriel did to him? He was in that room for an awful long time.
It was just a few hours.
But what if he's broken?
We'll just have to keep an eye on him, so to speak. He's doing so much to help the underground. We can't let him falter now. There you are. We were about to come back for you.
I said I'd meet you inside, Flowey.
Yeah, but We were worried.
Worried has nothing to do with anything, Flowey. When people don't do what they say they're going to do, others get hurt.
I'm sorry, Corey. I didn't mean to upset you.
Yeah, well, let's just get back to Snowden Village.
What are you going to tell Papyrus? He thinks you're off killing monsters after all.
I don't know, doggo. Okay? I don't know.
Easy there, Corey.
Last time this thing just kind of poofed. Why is it not working? Come on, work! Zap us back to Snowden Village. Let's get this over with.
I think that might have been a one-way trip that got us here.
Seriously? Now we're going to have to walk all the way back? This so completely figures. Not only do we have to go face the psycho skeleton and his horde of masochistic minions, but we have to do all of the hard work just to have our butts handed to us.
Corey, where'd you go? I can't see you.
Just getting a head start. If we're going to be walking, might as well get started.
It's okay, doggo. We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry.
Can't you guys walk any faster?
Maybe we should be trying to find someplace to rest for a while.
Why bother? If Papyrus is just going to chuck us in his dungeon or chop off our heads, might as well hurry up and get it done quickly. And you! What the heck are you doing here other than watching us? Who's on the far side of you? Sans? Papyrus? Asgore? Well, you know what? Take this!
Is he attacking that camera?
He was. I think it's pretty well wrecked now.
I'm sick of this. You hear me? I'm done.
You don't think he's going to leave us, do you, Flowey? I thought Corey thought I was a good dog, but now... I just don't know if he cares.
Of course Corey cares, and he'll tire himself out eventually, doggo. We just have to stick with him long enough to figure out what's wrong.
Wait! Corey, I remember this place. This used to be my old sentry post. I chased so many squirrels here.
Yes, so? Did Papyrus build it for you?
No. This was before all that happened.
So maybe this will be a good place to stop.
Sure, whatever. I'm gonna go scout around. There's hardly any cover here. If we get ambushed, we won't stand a chance.
Think you'll be okay here for a while, doggo?
I don't smell anything nearby. I wish there were squirrels. I like to chase them when I feel sad.
It's probably for the best. You sit tight. I'll be back with Corey soon.
What do you want, Flowey?
Just thought I'd come sit with you for a while, if that's okay.
That sounds like a jerk, but I came out here to be by myself.
Yeah, I figured.
So you just invited yourself along?
Pretty much.
You're pretty stubborn for a flower, you know that?
I'm stubborn? What about you? You're the one that came all the way back here to the ruins on a tiny shred of hope.
What a fool's errand.
I wouldn't say that. You did what you came to do. Napster, Bluke, and Wimpson owe you their lives.
And what about the others? The ones I couldn't save? Luke's, Vegetoid, Moldsmal? Can you imagine what it must have been like for them? Napstabluke said Moldsmal just sat there shaking during his final days.
To be fair, Moldsmal did that most of the time anyway.
This isn't funny, Flowey. People, monsters, are suffering, and I'm just making it worse.
You've gotta know that just isn't true. You seemed so hopeful until Toriel left. What changed?
I haven't. I I was hoping we could change Toriel back to who she was. The nicest monster in the underground.
I warned you, Corey. You can't change a person's mind if they're not ready.
I know. I guess I didn't want to believe it. We really needed her to help.
To face Papyrus?
I'm just a kid, Flowey. And this is serious. It's the kind of thing an adult should be taking care of. Monster or human. It doesn't matter. There has to be someone better prepared for this than me.
Heroes come in all kind of forms, Corey, and I don't think any of them feel ready when they're called.
I know this is really immature, but I guess I thought Toriel could take care of things for us. That she'd become good again. And the other monsters would listen to her.
If only it was that easy.
It's been a constant uphill battle since I woke up and found myself down here. Everything I do to try to make things better just backfires.
Everything? What about Hazel and the Froggets? They're probably far away from Snowden Village now, thanks to you.
Yeah, I saved them all right, by trading Connie's life for theirs.
Toriel or no Toriel, we'll get Connie back from Papyrus, you'll see.
How are we supposed to do that without weapons? When Papyrus finds out I haven't been slaughtering monsters in the village, he'll probably try to kill me, and what then? Who will I have helped? Flowey, how are we supposed to win when fighting isn't the right way?
How do you know it isn't?
I don't think I could do it, and that scares me. The idea that when push comes to shove, I won't be able to hurt someone.
Solving the Underground's problems could take a lifetime, maybe longer. Maybe it's time to find a faster way to get you back to the surface. Your family's probably missing you.
That's part of the problem too. Flowey, I don't remember anything from above ground. I remember my name, but that's about it. What if I don't have a family to go back to?
There are all different kind of families, Corey. Some you're born into, but others you build.
What kind of family would want me? I mean, remember when you found me with Toriel's machine?
Yeah, what of it?
I was wondering if I should use it. Papyrus is strong. He's got powerful friends, and he has the whole village under his thumb. Catching him would be a problem. But if he could be turned to dust, wouldn't that be best?
Corey, I don't know about that.
Cold logic says that'd be the right move. To hit him before he hits us. But I can't do it, Flowey. Even if Papyrus was strapped to that awful chair, I couldn't even do to him what Toriel did to me, let alone anything worse. I'm weak. And this stupid thing, the only thing that might actually help us, still won't open.
Sometimes a locket is just a locket, Corey, and compassion doesn't mean weakness any more than fighting means you're strong.
What about fear? You can't tell me there's a good use for that.
When it's taken too far, maybe not. But fear is something that helps us stay alive. Even the bravest people feel it.
Guess that doesn't mean I'm extra brave then.
It means you've been through a lot, but you can't lose hope, Corey. Your greatest weapon is your compassion. The way you're willing to talk to any monster, no matter the outcome.
Is that why you keep sticking with me? Because I talk to people?
Pretty much. You're the one who showed me that saving someone can be more powerful than killing them.
But what about Toriel? I talked to her. I tried to save her, and she just left.
Maybe that's a good thing she isn't in the ruins anymore. Maybe she'll find the closure she needs somewhere else. She's moving on, and that's a kind of change, even if it's not the one you were hoping for.
Or maybe she'll go on some kind of horrific rampage and it'll be all my fault.
She probably would have started with us, if that was the case.
I guess. Flowey, what do I do?
Well, first you go pick up that locket, because after what we went through to get it, you probably shouldn't just chuck it away.
Ouch. Fair enough.
Then we're gonna go back to Doggo's old sentry post and rest. Taking on Papyrus is gonna be a lot of work.
Even if we're not really fighting him?
Especially if we're not really fighting him. Papyrus is devious, so we're gonna have to have our own wits about us to take him down.
Thanks, Flowey. I think that's exactly what I needed to hear. Sorry about that.
Did you just talk to the locket?
I guess I did. Maybe a rest wouldn't be the worst thing after all. Tomorrow things will be better.
There's always another way.
Hello? Toriel?
Is something wrong, Corey?
I just thought I heard someone.
And you thought it was Toriel?
I wasn't sure. We didn't exactly cover our tracks coming this way. I'm sure she could find her way to us if she wanted to.
If she changes her mind, you mean?
Maybe. I really do think she's changed, Flowey. I just don't know into what.
Maybe we should check around, just to be sure.
That's a great idea. I don't think I'll be able to go back to sleep until I'm certain there's no one around.
Should we wake up Doggo?
He'll only worry. I'll scout our surroundings. You just keep an eye on the hut, and we should be okay. Was that an owl? I didn't realize owls live down here in the underground.
They didn't. Well, they don't. But a few things got trapped down here over the years.
Like me. And all those kids. The ones in Toriel's graveyard. All the things that fell down from the surface.
Are you okay? Saying all that couldn't have been easy.
It seems so much more horrible to me because I can relate to it more. I know how awful this is to say, but monsters are still new to me. And in some ways, it's hard to believe what's before my eyes right now. Dying and turning to dust seems so fantastical, but graves, that I understand.
I know how you feel.
How are you doing with all of this? I mean, the first time I ran into you, Toriel nearly roasted you into nothingness.
Yeah, not my favorite moment now that you mention it.
It's all because of you that I wanted to go back and save her.
Love makes people do strange and awful things.
That's a dark thing to say.
But it's true, isn't it? Think about why Toriel killed those children. In a dark way, she was trying to protect them. She wanted to save them from the worst that was down here in the underground. And in doing that, she became the worst thing imaginable.
Everything's just so complicated, isn't it? When I was little, I thought that love was good and fear was bad. But love can be bad sometimes, and embracing fear can be good. It doesn't make sense.
Do you ever wish things could go back to the way they were? Back when things were black and white?
It was so much simpler, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the easy way isn't always the right way.
No, it isn't. Actually, Corey, I have to tell you something. Something that probably isn't going to make you really happy. Probably the opposite, actually.
What is it, Flowey?
You said you told Papyrus you were going off to kill other monsters. Do you remember that?
Of course.
I just thought you said he wanted proof. At least then, they might not have died in vain.
Flowey, I don't even know what to say.
It wasn't your fault that they died. You can't blame yourself for what happened. No matter what, you promised them in the beginning. You did what you could. And if this will keep you safe, I'm sure they'd want you to use it.
Here's hoping we don't have to.
Are you going to confront him directly?
No way. He'll always have the upper hand when it comes to strength.
And that's usually the last thing you say about a skeleton, you know, because they don't have muscles and all.
Yeah, I got it, Flowey. No, I think I still have to play it cool if we're gonna get Connie back.
Doggo and I aren't going to be able to come waltzing back into the village with you.
It's such a shame. I'm sure Doggo knows Papyrus's castle well enough for you two to sneak in. But if we had to move in a hurry, he'd go to pieces.
But where will he be safe?
The Snowden Inn. There's only that mouse there, Muriel, and she may have even cleared out by now, after the way Connie lit into her when we were there.
If I stay out of sight until you're safely inside Papyrus's castle, maybe I can sneak in after you to help.
Why are you always so eager to risk yourself along with me, Flowey?
I just think no one should ever have to be alone, especially if they're doing the right thing.
Thanks. It means a lot to me, you know? Not having to do this alone. That's what I keep hoping about this thing.
That there's a tiny flower monster inside it who will always keep you company?
If only. That it would be useful somehow. Helpful. But so far it's only gotten us into a heap of trouble.
You seem kinda...
Obsessive?
I was gonna say fixated. It just sounds unhealthy the way you talk about it.
I know what it must look like, and I can't put my finger on it. But this locket is special somehow. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. And not knowing where is driving me nuts.
As long as it doesn't distract you from what has to be done, if you lose focus now, it's Connie who will suffer.
I haven't forgotten. Come on, we better get back. If we're not gonna go back to sleep, we might as well keep moving. What happened to this place?
Looks like Papyrus is making the most of the time you were away.
He's going to war.
Are you still dead set on going back there to him?
Dead set may be the exact right phrase, Flowey. We have to stop this, now more than ever, or innocent monsters are going to die.
I don't know how innocent some of them are.
For every Asgore or Undyne, there's a you and a doggo, Flowey. Letting them get torn to shreds at the hands of Papyrus's army won't be any kind of justice.
Do you think we can sneak me and Doggo into the Snowden Inn without anyone seeing us?
I think so. Looks like everyone's so focused on those war machines that they're not paying attention to much else. Guess I should probably head straight to Papyrus's castle. At least then we can be sure that no one will be looking your way as you sneak into the inn. There's no way Papyrus is going to keep me anywhere but in the castle, so I'll try to leave a torch in my window so you'll know where I am.
I'll come find you later tonight, and we can spring Connie from the dungeon.
What are you going to do if they catch you sneaking in?
Just pretend to be a regular flower, I guess.
You're really brave, you know that? Both of you. Be careful out there.
You too.
Here we go.
My spies report that they haven't seen you in the village for days. I don't suppose you'd care to tell me where you've actually been.
I got a little carried away.
This is barely a handful of dust. Not even a full monster's worth.
You said bring back proof, not a bunch of dust. I brought what I needed. The rest just blew away.
And the rabbit?
She was weak. I put her out of her misery.
Excellent, excellent. I'm delighted to see my preparations haven't been in vain. Clearly your willpower is stronger now, if nothing else. And with my own personal human by my side, I, the great Papyrus, will be unstoppable.
Whatever my liege commands.
Oh, that does sound nice. Doesn't it sound nice, Sans?
Yeah, boss. It's a real loyal human you got there.
Captain Papyrus, we have what you asked for.
Commanded, not asked for. Dogamy, you idiot!
Sorry, Doggerissa. My lord.
Without Alphys's cameras, Undyne will be blind.
In both eyes this time. She'll know we're coming, but she won't stand a chance. Do take him upstairs to his chamber, brother. We'll have a lavish ceremony tomorrow to celebrate Corey's return, and then to war with the underground.
As you wish, Commander Papyrus.
Commander, yes, and soon enough, King.
Here's where you'll stay, at least presumably.
I need to talk to you.
Papyrus will notice if I'm gone too long.
Then we'll talk quickly. You told me to go back to Toriel's.
I advised you it might be helpful to retrace your steps.
Can you cut the cryptic nonsense for like a minute? Toriel didn't help me. She tried to kill me, and then she left.
Curious.
Curious? That's all you have to say. You give Toriel that awful machine to suck the life out of creatures, and when she decides she's just gonna wander away from it and everything else, all you have to say is curious?
It is curious. Perplexing, even.
Can't you at least just tell me which side you're on?
Here's a question for you, Corey. Why do you keep assuming I have a side?
You.
Your side, Toriel's side, Papyrus' side. To take any side would be to not take the side of someone else. Surely you must realize that.
I guess. I never thought about it that way.
I help you insofar as I'm able to. I help Toriel and Papyrus insofar as I'm able to. Sides have nothing to do with it.
But somehow I doubt you tell anyone what you're really up to. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve.
That is for me to know. But you must admit there's a difference between being against a person and keeping one's plans to oneself.
I guess that all depends on where you're standing. Why would you give Toriel that machine unless you wanted her to use it?
Sometimes we do foolish things, Corey. Even me. Sometimes we give someone a thing in the hopes that they won't use it. Against all odds, you hope they aren't the person you fear they've become.
That's so dangerous. You're saying you just handed her the power to destroy?
When a person wants power, they'll do anything to attain it, even if it's the wrong way. When that happens, there's only destruction.
So you were trying to limit the damage?
I wanted it to end. The pain, the suffering, none of it had to be this way. The way it's all become. Connie's down in the cells where you broke in before. You'll have to avoid the snowed-in K9 unit. What's left of it anyway. But once you've liberated Connie, all you'll have to do is climb out the window to freedom.
What about her cell door? Is it protected the way the Froggett's was?
No, it's just a standard lock. You should be able to pick it quite easily, if you're familiar with that kind of thing.
And how am I supposed to open this door?
Just by turning the handle. I wouldn't lock up an honored guest, unless Papyrus ordered me to do it, of course.
Of course.
I don't suppose... Hazel?
There's a difference between being against a person and keeping one's plans to oneself.
She's safe then. Fair enough.
Phew, you're okay. I was worried sick that you were gonna get caught.
The dogs are down in the main hall. I thought they'd smell me for sure, but they're pretty distracted.
2 of them came into Papyrus's throne room when I was there. They were holding broken cameras. Flowey, who's Alphys?
Alfie's Undyne's girlfriend. If you think Papyrus is bad, you definitely don't want to mess with either of them.
Alphys is a warrior too?
No, she's a scientist. If she's backing Undyne, then this war is going to be a catastrophe. Papyrus conscripting all the monsters in Snowden Village into his army. I can only imagine Undyne and Alphys are doing the same in Waterfall.
The longer we stay here, the more danger we're in.
So to the dungeons?
To the dungeons we go.
Someone's coming.
Quick, we'll have to sneak out that door. We've got to hide.
Here, behind this pillar.
Great. It's a dead end. We're trapped.
I'm serious. I think I really smell something.
You just wish the Great Papyrus would pay attention to you, Dogamy. Your nose hasn't worked right for years.
That's not true.
Of course it is! You're always trying to undermine me. Bet you think Papyrus would listen to you a lot more if I wasn't around?
We have to figure out how to distract them.
Lesser Dog, was that you? Huh? Keep your snow to yourself, do you hear that? If you're gonna make more of those stinking snow dogs, at least don't throw your dig pile all over me.
It just fell from the roof, Doggerissa.
Protecting him, huh? You would, wouldn't you, Dogamy? After all, I'm well too tired and no fun anymore. Isn't that right, Dogamy?
We just have to get past them somehow.
So it was you, Greater Dog. Thought I wouldn't notice, huh?
No? Go scratch that dog. The one in front of you.
What? No way! I don't want to lose the few pellets I have left. You go scratch him.
You're closer. If I move, they'll see me. Besides, remember what happened with Doggo?
Fine, but it's on you if they make me into a nasturtium sandwich.
Doggerissa? Doggerissa, lesser dog.
Isn't my concern, because I'm talking to greater dog right now, Dogamy. It's so impolite to interrupt.
But his neck.
Has it got snow on it? Because my neck has snow on it, and that's kind of the focus of my attention. Dogamy, what in the underground is wrong with you? What makes you think a lesser dog's neck is... Oof! Lesser dog's neck is... It's... hilarious!
Yeah, it's pretty funny, huh?
He looks like a giraffe dog! I forgot how daffy he looks with his neck like. Haven't seen that in forever. Did you just throw a snowball in my face?
He got you good, Doggerissa.
Oh yeah? Well, how about this?
Come on, this way.
I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya.
No, I'm gonna get you first.
Just a little bit further, and... Papyrus!
As I suspected, you're a traitor, human. Whatever you came here for, it wasn't to help me triumph over Undyne and Asgore. But no matter, I've got another use for you. Doggeressa, Dogamy. Whatever you're doing out there, stop it! It's undignified and unbecoming of royal guards. Now, get in here and follow me with this prisoner. I think we've had enough for one last amusement before the invasion begins.
What is this place?
Patience, my sweet. Talk about unbecoming.
Corey!
Connie, you're okay.
No thanks to Mr. Tall, Pale, and Bony.
Enough of that. Rabbit, you'll have plenty of time for catching up in just a moment. Sans, Doggeressa, you may do the honors.
Look, I'm going, all right?
Go faster!
I am, of course, heartbroken to have been so wretchedly deceived by this human. However, I am positively giddy at this chance to exact my revenge.
You want us to just stand here?
If you can, you see, if either of you moves to the center of the beam, the whole thing will unbalance, and the other one will be thrown into the lava.
But if we stay right where we are, this whole thingamajig's gonna stay balanced.
We're not gonna move, Papyrus. Neither of us is going to kill the other.
I'm so glad you pointed that out, Corey. It's the perfect time for me to remind Connie here that you did kill dear, sweet Hazel.
Corey?
Wait, Connie, he's lying.
And with that, our challenge begins. Who will triumph? The grieving ground dweller or the swine from the surface? I can hardly wait to find out.
Where's Hazel?
If I may offer one last teeny interjection, I believe she might be in here. What's left of her anyway.
I didn't kill Hazel, Connie. You know me. You know I couldn't do that.
You also left me to rot down here without so much as a goodbye.
I just wanted to hurry. I wanted to get back here and save you. Fix all this.
Whether or not you were the one holding the blade, if she died out there, it's your fault, Corey. She hadn't been out there on her own for years. How was she supposed to survive? You can't just yank people around however you want because you think it's going to fix things.
Oh, this is delicious.
I know you're mad at me, Connie, but don't listen to Papyrus. He's trying to turn us against each other. I didn't send her off alone.
You didn't bring her back here. That was the deal you made with Papyrus, wasn't it? You were supposed to bring her back.
Yes, but...
How am I supposed to believe you? How can I believe that my sister isn't dead? All you brought back was dust.
Connie, wait! Connie, just stop and think for a second. You know me. I wouldn't hurt anyone, let alone Hazel.
Then where is she? Why would you tell Papyrus you killed her?
Think about who we're dealing with. I couldn't tell him the truth.
And what is the truth? Pray tell.
Connie, she's safe.
Can you promise that? Really, truly promise?
No. Only because I'm not with her right now. I sent her somewhere safe, and she's not alone. I'm just not going to promise you anything I can't be sure of.
Just tell me where she is!
What about Papyrus? Do you want him to know where she is?
Of course not!
And you're gonna have to trust me. All those times you watched my back out there. Don't you think I'd do the same for you?
He's lying. Your sister's dust is still fresh on his paws. And still he lies to your face.
She's looking for someone. You know who, don't you, Connie? Someone who was sent away before all this.
Of course.
It was safer for her, and it was the right thing to do. I just don't know what happened to her after that.
I understand. Thank you.
Boring. I bring you here, to the most dramatic stage I have, and you make peace? Ugh.
So are you gonna let us down?
Of course not. Not until there's only one of you left standing. And admittedly, I'll probably kill them too.
So that's just it for us?
I'm afraid so. Sans, check the fulcrum from all sides. I don't want the whole thing to collapse the way it did last time. It was dreadfully disappointing.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a real kick in the teeth. But then that's probably just because you don't have lips.
That's quite enough of that.
Puns?
What was that?
Nothing. At least if you're gonna kill us, you're making no bones about it.
Stop that! Puns are the lowest form of humor. Only slack-jawed idiots like Sans find them funny.
Well, Sans may be a slack-jawed idiot, but from the way your mandible's moving, I think you're finding my puns pretty enjoyable.
Detest, I say.
What do you think you're doing, Corey?
Trying to save our lives.
What are you whispering about up there? Plotting against me, eh?
Plotting? No. We're not even in a cemetery.
Plotting? Like a burial plot? Oh dear me. Still not funny. Your jokes offend the great and mighty Papyrus. And for that you shall all pay with your life.
Honestly though, I'm really surprised you live here in Snowdon. That cold wind is pretty bone-chilling.
Bone-chilling? Ha!
Guess I'm really not tickling your funny bone, huh?
Funny bone. No. Puns aren't funny.
I'll be the first one to admit my well of puns is getting pretty bone dry. It's probably because being up here on this beam and all, my heart's not really in it.
No, stop! No, really, stop!
Spaghetti!
Seriously? What did the Penne say when he failed to recall the linguini?
No, don't!
Spaghetti? I hardly knew her!
Oh! My skull! What happened, Sans?
Yeah, boss?
Don't call me that!
Sorry, boss.
No, I'm sorry. The way I've treated you, I've been so horrible to all of you. The thing I became.
No! What are you doing, bro?
How can you even call me that? I'm not just a monster anymore. What I've done is monstrous. Just let me do it, Sans.
Don't do it.
You, after what I've done to you and your friends. Why should you care? You should be encouraging me.
I'll never encourage anyone to kill themselves, not even you, Papyrus. If anything, the Underground needs you more than ever. You have to set things right, and you can. I believe in you.
What is that? Another trick?
I have no idea. This isn't my doing.
It's an earthquake!
Connie, it's this.
We need to get out of here. All of us. Quick. Doggany, Doggeressa, help them.
I'm gonna fall!
Hang on, Connie. Just hang on a few more seconds.
This whole place is collapsing. Run for it!
You're all right!
You care?
Of course I care! I've always cared! I've just been pretty awful at showing it. I'm so sorry, Dogamy. I love you so much!
It's okay, Doggeressa. I just love you too. You know that.
The other dogs.
I can see him around the corner there. Where's Flowey?
I don't know. I haven't seen him since before Papyrus captured me.
I believe you'll find your friend is nearby.
It's okay, Flowey. You can come out now.
Papyrus!
It's okay, bro. Just let it out.
I think he's okay now.
Are you guys alright too?
I'm okay. How are you holding up, Connie?
I'm alright. Sans, he actually looked after me, kept Papyrus away for the most part, but then I'd hear him ranting about you, saying you were loyal to him now. I didn't know what to believe.
I'm so sorry I didn't get you out of there sooner.
What happened?
I went back to the ruins to try to talk to Toriel, but she just left. She'd been killing humans and monsters to try to save them from the horror of the underground.
That's awful. She didn't even listen to you.
She did. At least I think so. She left a note that made me think she'd changed her mind.
First Doggo, then Toriel, and now Papyrus. You really are changing the underground, Corey.
But what if it wasn't me? What if it was this? It was humming down there. You had to have heard it. Didn't you?
What do you think it means?
It means I was right. Look at the castle. What it can do. It's powerful.
You mean dangerous?
Maybe. Or maybe we'll be able to use it. I just have to figure out how to... Yeah, why won't it open?
If it's so powerful, do you think you should be trying to force it open?
What if it's stuck? What if it's never going to open? What if it could help us, but can't because we just can't get it?
It helped at the exact right time. Maybe that's enough.
Corey, can I talk to you for a minute?
Will you guys be alright?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you've done. My brother, he's different now.
Is he who he used to be?
No, and maybe he will never be again. But he's not the murderer, the monster anymore, and that's something to be grateful for.
He's lucky to have a brother who cares about him so much.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because that's what I need to talk to you about. He's not the monster that he used to be. The one Undyne will be expecting to fight. The Snowden Canine unit either.
Isn't that a good thing?
In some ways, but Undyne knows Papyrus was coming. She would have seen him building his war machines, and destroying Alphys's cameras was a clear signal. She'll be expecting an attack.
Alphys, you're the second person to mention her.
Corey, listen to me. Undyne is a fearsome warrior, and she's easily provoked. She won't sit around waiting for Papyrus. By now, she's probably raised an army. She'll be here tomorrow unless we do something.
Guessing you have a suggestion?
Hunt the hunter, in a manner. If she's expecting to have the upper hand and meet Papyrus on the way here, outflank her. You have to talk to her, the way you did to Doggo and Toriel and Papyrus.
but we'd have to travel more than twice the distance of Undyne in the same amount of time. And she'll have Alphys with her. How am I supposed to have a heart-to-heart with both a warrior and her mad scientist girlfriend?
There's more than one way to be strong. Some folks throw their energy into physical things to avoid their emotions.
You mean they're having domestic problems?
You can almost hear them here in Snowden Village. Alphys is especially sharp to Undyne.
She's mean to her?
Like most monsters down here, Corey. They've forgotten who they really are.
But how? How can you be one person one day and someone else the next?
It doesn't happen overnight. It happens in bits and pieces. Love fades and cools. It turns to tolerance and irritation. Things that once seemed so small can stir up a fight. That's how it begins.
I don't imagine Undyne's going to be in any way thrilled about opening up to me.
I'd be lying if I said this was going to be easy.
And can I trust you now?
That's something you'll always have to decide for yourself, Corey. We all have to be responsible for who we put our faith in.
Is there a reason you're always so cryptic? Or do you just enjoy it?
Black and white are rarities in this world. Whether you're on the surface or in the underground, everything's always gray.
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
What's happening?
What is this thing?
It's a choice. One you're going to have to make. Sooner now than ever.
A choice?
Even if I tried to explain it to you now, it wouldn't make sense. You're not ready. What I can tell you is that it has to do with why you're here.
I fell down from Mount Ebbet.
And lost your memories. Don't you think that was a bit strange?
Are you saying they were stolen?
Or repressed. The underground is a place of magic, Corey. And whatever's made you forget who you are is a part of it. That locket can't open until the right time. The damage it could cause, I don't even want to think about. Do you trust me enough to believe you?
I don't know.
That's good. Think carefully, because that caution and awareness will serve you well in the future.
There's no way around confronting Undyne, is there?
I'm sorry.
When do I leave?
More like, when do we leave?
You guys can't come with me. Connie, we barely survived everything back there in the castle. And Flowey, you've nearly been fireballed and had your petals torn off.
We want to help you, Corey. And if that means risking danger, we've done it before.
We can do it again.
What did I do to deserve this?
You're trying to help us, Corey. We can't abandon you now. You're so selfless. And that's the reason you're going to be able to stop Undyne.
How can we face both her and Alphys?
Alphys won't be planning to be beside Undyne in battle. She'll be someplace safe. Probably her lab in Hotland.
That's good.
Corey, you'll only have a brief window of time to get through to Undyne. Hopefully, Alphys will be too distracted with her own preparations to notice.
What do we do to prepare?
There's nothing we can do to prepare. I can get you there, but the rest is up to you.
Wow, no pressure.
I'm so sorry this has to be you, Corey. Just keep the locket close, keep your friends closer, and do try your best. That's all anyone can do.
Doggo, we have to get him. He'll be scared.
I'll ask Greater Dog and Lesser Dog to check in on him.
I checked on him before coming back here. He was okay.
I think he'll be really happy to see his dog friends again.
Especially now that they don't want to tear him to pieces.
I guess that's true. You too sure I can't dissuade you from coming with me?
Not after coming this far.
I just feel bad asking you to risk so much.
You didn't ask us to come with you.
We volunteered.
Thank you. Seriously. You don't know how much it means to me that I don't have to do this on my own.
As soon as you're ready.
If you two are, let's go. Is that?
It's my dirty sock. Don't ask.
So, do I just hang on to it, or?
Just give it a minute.
Okay, cuz.
Where are we?
You're the Timmy Village, I think.
Temmie's?
Let's hope we don't meet any of them. If Undyne recruited them for her army, they tear us to shreds.
What are they?
Tiny yippy little fighters. Got sharp teeth on them. Flowey's right. They're best avoided.
You stupid locket. Why won't it open?
Summer!
What the?
Food?
What does it want?
It's trying to ask for food.
Oh, sorry. We don't have any food. Stay away from me.
What's that you got there, Timmy?
Oh no.
Looks like a bunch of spies if you ask me, Tim.
We're not spies.
You telling me Papyrus didn't send you a scout ahead? Sure, and I was born yesterday.
You have my word. We're not scouts.
Oh yeah? What's that in your hand then? Looks like some kind of scouting thing to me.
You have to give that back. It's really important.
Give that back? It's really important. Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you right here.
We really don't want to die.
Not good enough.
We surrender, okay? Check us for weapons if you want. You won't find anything. We just want to talk to Undyne.
Well,
Isn't that a good enough reason?
I guess so. But if you give Commander Undyne any lip, I'll bring you to your knees in a second. Get it?
We won't treat her with anything but respect.
Fine, but you're staying ahead of me the whole way.
Undyne's house.
Looks like their headquarters. Shouldn't you have, I don't know, blindfolded us or something so we wouldn't be able to find our way back here?
Why are you assuming we're gonna let you leave?
Corey,
Yeah, Flowey?
I'm kinda regretting not taking you up on that offer.
That's okay. I know the feeling.
Keep moving. You wanted to see Commander Undyne. Now get in there.
Would you just shut up?
That's no way to address my soldiers, Weed. Sentry, why are you wasting my time with this pathetic band of miscreants?
They, surrendered, Commander Undyne. They asked to see you.
So you just brought them here. What kind of cloth-eared lout are you?
I'm so sorry, Commander.
That's latrine duty for you, soldier. Now get these dratted things out of my sight.
Wait, please. I just need a minute of your time, Commander Undyne.
Don't you understand what you saw outside? This is war, not some child's game.
But if you just listen.
Offensive pup! How dare you speak out of turn? It's just this sort of detestable rabble that's causing all this trouble in the underground.
Outside, you three.
Belay that.
Sir?
There's time enough before we depart for me to teach this whelp a lesson. One he'll never forget for the rest of his miserable life. Give him your sword. Now! Pick it up, boy.
Corey, you have to do it.
No, I won't fight you. I don't want to hurt anyone.
If you don't pick that sword up, I will gut you, so help me.
Corey, you have to fight!
No!
Corey, defend yourself.
Scurvy dog! You're hardly better than your master Papyrus when he first dared darken my doorstep.
I only came to speak with you, Commander Undyne. Papyrus has given up any intention of attacking you and King Asgore. He's changed.
Changed? All Papyrus has ever wanted was to capture a human, and now that he has one... It's you, isn't it? You're the human.
I think he's actually doing it. He's getting through to her.
I don't know about that.
It's like I said, Papyrus is different now. He's not going to challenge anyone's army or anyone's throne. You don't have to go to war.
You don't seem to be very captured, if you ask me. Papyrus changed? Codswallop. More like you defeated him and took his place. Hardly took you for a human. You're so weak. I'm genuinely surprised you've lasted in the underground as long as you have. But that ends today!
Why do you want to kill me so badly? I've never even met you.
You're a human! That's all I need to know. It was your kind who trapped us down here, your kind who made King Asgore what he is.
I'm sorry for what my kind did, but I just want to help. I know you probably care about King Asgore a lot.
Care about him? I hate him!
Her too?
I still don't understand. If you hate King Asgore, why are you still trying to kill me?
Because I won't allow you to threaten him.
Are you scared of him?
No monster in the underground frightens me. King Asgore least of all.
This isn't just him. It's about someone else too, isn't it? Someone you're close to.
Silence, you young pup! How dare you speak her name, you mewling wretch! I will flay you alive for your insolence!
I just want to help. Don't you just want to talk about it?
Talk? About my feelings?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe hug it out or something?
Hug?
You know, put your arms around someone else and squeeze.
I haven't had a hug in a really long time.
Yeah? Me neither. Here, look, I'll drop my sword first. You can hang on to yours if you want to, if it makes you feel safer.
Yeah, I really like my sword.
It's pretty awesome. Just don't poke me with it, okay?
Oh, okay. I won't.
Here we go. Hug monster coming in for a landing. It's okay, just let it out.
Fish aren't supposed to cry!
I'm sure that's not true.
What's he doing to the commander?
It's just Corey.
I'm gonna let you go now, okay?
Okay. I can't believe I just started crying like that. It hardly befits a warrior to sob like a tiny child.
Sometimes when you hold something in too long, it can eat you up from the inside.
Commander Undyne, are you alright?
Stand down, child. These three are no threat to us. Wait outside.
Yes, sir. If you're sure.
Are you questioning my orders, Private?
No, sir. Sorry, Commander, sir.
That was a close one. Now what?
Let's just let him have a minute. I think Corey might be onto something here.
So, what is it with Alphys and Asgore? Is she okay?
I don't know. She's never told me what happened, what he did to her. King Asgore conscripted my darling to be his royal scientist, and that was when she changed. She'd always loved her work, but she loved me too. She always had time for me.
Until one day she didn't?
Yes, I tried to ask her so many times, but it only pushed her further away. That's when the fighting started. Now she lives in her lab in Hotland, while I just wish I knew why. I need to keep her safe, even though I know she doesn't love me anymore.
Did you ever talk to her about feeling pushed away or neglected? I know that isn't always the easiest thing to do, but at least then you'd know she changed.
I can't.
Why not?
Papyrus or not, there's a war to be fought. Asgore knows there's a human in the underground, and though he was content enough to wait when you were in Snowdon.
Why?
Toriel has proved difficult.
The other kids? The ones she found?
Asgore didn't want to interfere until he knew for certain that he could take you unharmed. You've kept off the beaten paths, but he tasked Alphys with finding you, and now that. As you can see, he has no time left to wait.
What's happening to the underground?
I don't know, but Asgore won't wait much longer. I have to take you to him. I'm sorry. You seem like an honorable sort.
I understand.
You do?
Of course. If it was someone I loved, someone I wanted to keep safe, I'd do anything for them. That's just love.
Spoken like someone who truly understands it.
No, I've never been in... At least I don't think.
We need to leave right away. We can take the North River to Hotland, and then take the elevator in the core up to New Home.
If we're going to Hotland, why don't we stop at Alphys' lab first?
No, I have to take you to Asgore.
You will.
Corey.
It's okay, Flowey. Undyne, I'm not going to fight you. In fact, the only reason I picked up the sword was just to defend myself. And you can take me to Asgore. I'll go without a fight. As long as we stop by Alphys's lab on the way.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Corey, could I, talk to you for a second?
Sure thing, Flowey.
Are you sure about all this?
Any more than usual? Not a bit.
It's just Alphys is really dangerous. Imagine the worst parts of Papyrus and Sans. I don't mean to be an alarmist, Corey, but Alphys is evil.
That's an awful strong word, Flowey.
Then hopefully you'll realize how serious I am.
Then let's just make it one step at a time. Most times when we head one way, we get pulled off in a different direction. But I understand if you don't want to come.
It's alright. I'm pretty scared. If I'd known we're gonna be facing Alphys, I probably would have stayed back with Doggo.
It's gonna be okay, Flowey. Connie and I will protect you, no matter what.
Do you promise that, Corey? No matter what?
I promise.
Okay then. Just remember that I said this was a bad idea when we had the chance to turn back.
Noted. I just don't understand it.
Don't you have boats on the surface?
Yeah, of course we do. I meant as far as Asgore goes. Why is he so obsessed with killing me?
You haven't told him?
How am I supposed to know what's happening beyond Snowdin Village?
Everyone knows what happened to Tori and Gory.
Tori and Gory?
Toriel and Asgore.
You mean they were together?
They ruled as king and queen of the underground for many years, and wonderful rulers they were.
They were champion nose nuzzlers.
So what happened to them? Oh, Azrael.
His death tore the entire realm apart.
But how? I mean, I don't mean to be insensitive or anything, but that alone seems...
He died on the surface, alone, murdered by humans.
Oh.
He was trying to return a fallen child, his adopted sibling. They were dying, and he wanted to bring them back to where they belonged. And for that kindness, that compassion, they killed him.
I can't believe it.
Can't you? It was your kind who sealed us here below ground, to slowly starve ourselves into oblivion.
No, you're right. I can't understand. But what those humans did was wrong.
That was when it started. Kill or be killed.
Indeed. It began with Asgore, and then spread through his land like a sickness.
But it was just an idea.
To the right mind, it's so much more than that. It didn't happen all at once, but in bits and pieces, the kindness, the decency that used to hold sway here faded.
The scarcity of food down here can't be helping any.
The underground is collapsing, or so it seems. I suppose that was only a matter of time.
Can't you all come with me? If there's a way back to the surface.
It's impossible.
Nothing's impossible, Connie. I'll speak for the monsters. Convince the humans you're not everything they're afraid of.
You haven't told him about the barrier?
I didn't want him to lose hope.
Connie?
You overcome everything you're up against, Corey, but this might be too much.
The barrier divides your world from ours. It is impassable.
What, you mean completely? That can't be right. What about Azrael? How did he get to the surface?
He observed the human child's soul. Possessing both a monster soul and a human soul within a single body is only one of two known ways to cross.
Okay, so that's good. There is a way to get out of here. What's the second way?
The second way, the way Asgore seeks to cross over, is to destroy the barrier completely.
That doesn't seem like a terrible idea, all in all.
King Asgore needs 7 human souls. He already has 6.
Toriel's graveyard in the ruins.
Oh, there were other children. Ones who fell down after Azrael died. She obviously didn't want any of them to become the 7th.
That must have been what she meant by trying to save them from something worse. But to kill them...
This is the first I've heard of such a thing, but then, perhaps it was more important to keep Asgore here below ground. She did love the fallen child so. She might have wanted to keep their people safe.
That bedroom in her house. I wondered how she had it ready when she found me.
If Asgore kills you and takes your soul, weak as it seems, he will spread his poison to the surface. Monsters may be weaker than humans, but Asgore's hate has made him more powerful than ever before.
If he couldn't hurt Alphys anymore, wouldn't you still support him?
My feelings towards humans are complicated, but you're different than I expected, Corey. And having met you, I'm not sure I would judge them as a whole.
Maybe. Maybe there's a better way of breaking the barrier.
What do you mean?
Well, there are 2 ways. 7 human souls or a monster soul and a human soul being in the same body, right?
Neither of which seems best.
But what if there was another way? One that hasn't been thought of or tested yet? Maybe if we can get through to Alphys, she can help us figure something else out. A way for us all to get to the surface, where no one has to die.
Whatever we do, I think we're gonna have to hurry.
This thing's still warm to the touch.
What is that?
No idea, but whatever it is, I think it's related to what's happening.
Another thing for Alphys?
Here's hoping she can help us. You doing okay?
Not really.
You don't have to come in if you don't want.
Maybe that'd be best. I know you believe in her, but she's done such terrible things. Once she tried to save monsters that had fallen down, but she's only made abominations out of them.
Are they here?
No, the monsters' families were worried about them, and she invited them here. And then, they're all gone now. I just don't want to be next.
Yeah, if she did that to regular monsters, I can't imagine what she'd do to a flower.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, buddy. Just keep out of sight. And I'll get Undyne to let me come back out here for you once we've talked to Alphys.
If she lets you.
Don't worry. I'll look after myself, and everyone else too.
Who's at the door, Minoton?
Undyne has just entered your laboratory, Dr. Alphys.
That's for forgetting to lock the door. Also, I asked you who was at the door, Minoton. You gave me an imprecise answer. Is that a sufficient reminder for next time?
Yes, Doctor.
Stop hiding behind your creations, Alphys. I just want to talk.
You just want to talk now?
Yes, I'm not leaving without an answer.
Oh, so you just came into my lab and you think you can start ordering me around like I'm one of your soldiers or something?
I didn't mean...
Of course, you never mean it, Undyne. There's always some reason for why you're not to blame.
Ask her.
You're still here?
Are
you just going to stand there and hemming and hawing? You're always wasting my time, as per usual.
I need to know what happened to us, Alphys. We were so happy together, and then, after Asgore...
I told you never to mention that.
But...
You want to talk about this? Fine. What happened between us is that you were always nosy, just butting around that big fishy nose of yours in where it didn't belong.
I just wanted to be sure you were okay, and you just pushed me away again and again.
Maybe it was you. Did you ever think of that? Maybe I just didn't like you anymore.
Don't say that. I know that deep down under that cold exterior is that Alphys I fell in love with. The one who loved anime and was so shy she could barely speak the first time I took her out.
You liked me because I'm inarticulate? How romantic.
No, that's not what I meant!
Then why not just say what you mean? You're always twisting your words like that.
It
figures. You'd show up right now. I have so much work to do figuring out what's causing these earthquakes, but no. I'm sure this is the perfect time for a post-mortem of our failed relationship.
Dr. Alphys, intruders in the lab!
What?
These are some friends of mine, Alphys. They came here to support me.
Support you? In what? Barging your way in here and harassing me? Do you even know who that is?
This is Corey.
A human! Don't you realize? I need to take him for my experiments immediately!
What? No! I'll take him to Asgore. I told him I'd escort him there safely.
Mettaton! Restrain the other one!
Please cooperate. I may not have chosen to be this way, but I will use force to detain you if necessary.
Corey!
Just stay calm, Connie, and do exactly what Alpha says. I'll be alright.
Unfortunately, I can assure you that this isn't the case. And what's this in your pocket?
Honestly, I have no idea.
It's not of this world. At least not completely. And neither are you.
Yeah, I'm from the surface.
The surface is still part of this world, but this necklace and you aren't.
What?
Maybe, yes, you might be exactly what I need. Mettaton, bring the other one. We'll take him to the True Lab, and finally King Asgore will have a final human soul.
Corey, what do we do?
Just stay calm, Connie, and do exactly what Alpha says.
At least someone understands how to listen, and you, Undyne, are no longer welcome here. I think you knew that before you even came. Please see yourself out.
Corey!
It's gonna be okay. We'll be okay.
You know that isn't true, don't you?
Every single time I've thought that I was at the end of my rope, something happened to change that. I'm not giving up hope now.
Brave words.
I'm done with being afraid. Are you okay, Connie?
I'm alright, Corey. It's just an elevator. Papyrus' dungeon was way scarier than by a mile.
Fear is a funny thing, don't you think? It's entirely a product of the mind. Are you afraid, human?
No. Not of you, Alphys.
You shouldn't be. Removal of a soul, well, it's not exactly a painless process. Are you more fearful now knowing that than you did before?
I pity you. You have someone who loves you so much, but you can't even listen to her. Why is that?
Make a note, Mettaton. Subject appears curiously calm, despite his foreknowledge of the soul removal process.
Yes, Dr. Alphys.
Keep moving. King Asgore has been waiting long enough, and so have I. What's wrong with the lights, Mettaton?
The disturbances, Doctor. They must have interrupted the wiring.
Unbelievable! Just when I need them the most!
What is it, Connie? You still okay?
It's just the smell of this place. It's even worse than the dungeon. I didn't think any place could smell worse than that.
Fascinating. The ancillary subject is exhibiting more fearful mannerisms than primary subject. Make a note.
Yes, Doctor.
Mettaton, take the ancillary subject to a holding cell.
But, Doctor, the cells are no longer secure due to the seismic disturbances.
The lights? The holding cell? Is this entire place crumbling to dust? Very well. Then keep the lapine creature under guard in the corridor. I don't want anything to interfere. Not when I'm so close.
Corey, I won't leave you.
Yes, you will, Connie. I'm gonna be right here, and I'm gonna be fine. Alphys is not going to hurt me.
Brave words from a brave fool. Now go lie on that gurney, or I'll have Mettaton dispose of your friend and come deal with you.
If that's what you want, Alphys.
Such surprising obedience. Even knowing what's to come, it's astonishing, really.
You know what's astonishing to me? The fact that you've never figured out a way to make the last soul you needed to break the barrier.
This is science, boy, not some parlor trick.
Guess you must not be that good of a scientist, huh?
You can't just create soul power from nothing. One would need something that has once been living, and the souls of my kind are too weak to linger once the body has been eliminated.
Fair enough. So you must have a really good reason for why you haven't used a human soul until now.
Because I didn't have a human yet, did I?
So many kids have fallen down here from the surface. Not even counting the 6 Asgore had before. There were the other 6 from Toriel's graveyard. What am I, the 13th?
All of whom fell into the ruins.
So?
Well, Toriel lives in the ruins.
You're scared of Toriel?
That's your blast these confounded lights. These are a delicate operation. I can hardly see my own hands. There. That good-for-nothing No!
What is it? Alphys, what's wrong?
It isn't... It can't be. What is this? Who are you?
I'm Corey. Just Corey.
He's here, isn't he? You brought him here. Now I'm as good as dead.
Alphys, just listen to me, okay? Listen to my voice. We're gonna figure this out, but I need you to unstrap me now. Do you think you can do that? They're just words on a wall, Alphys. They can't hurt you, and I won't either. Alphys? Alphys, are you okay?
Why now? It's been so long.
You're not making any sense. Mettaton! Mettaton, help!
Dr. Alphys!
She's raving. We need Undyne. I think she's the only one who can help. Please.
Please? Of course. Yes, I'll go get her straight away.
Alphys, what happened to you?
I suppose if this is it, the day I die, if he's finally come for his revenge.
King Asgore?
No, not Asgore, but it began with him when he conscripted me, the royal scientist. If I didn't do as he said, he was going to hurt her.
Undyne?
I couldn't let anything happen to her. She's the best thing that I ever had.
Oh, Alphys.
Asgore wanted a soul. He needed one to save us all. And he was willing to do anything to get it.
What did you do?
What he demanded. Monster souls are weak. We fade. We don't have the determination you humans possess.
That's it? Determination?
The will to keep living. The resolve to change fate. He needed the 7th soul to break the barrier. It was lucky enough he didn't kill me when I couldn't make the one right away. But how could I tell Undyne? She respected Asgore so much, even then.
So you pushed her away?
I hated myself, who I became. It didn't happen all at once, but bit by bit I suppressed everything I felt until I was just hollow.
But why now? That writing, what does it mean?
The determination was the key. I've always known that. I'd isolated enough of it from the others, the next 6 humans to fall from the surface. And I got scared of failing Asgore, of what he'd do to Undyne. I just started injecting it everywhere into anything I could think of.
And it worked?
I didn't realize, not until after I replanted it where he'd spread his ashes.
Replanted it?
The flower, the golden flower that became Azrael, Tori and Gory's child.
What does that mean?
Flowey is Toriel's son?
And Asgore's. They adopted the first human to fall down here, Shara. Made them Azrael's sibling, but Shara hated their own kind. Hated the barrier keeping us prisoner down here. They wanted, as misguided as it was, to free us. And they sacrificed themselves.
What? They died?
Azrael absorbed their soul, and they crossed over the barrier, traveled to the surface. But the humans thought they'd killed Shara, so they murdered him in turn. He barely returned to the underground before, well...
It's a day no monster in the underground will ever forget.
The king and queen lost both their children in a single night.
Undyne,
I heard. Maybe not everything, but everything that mattered. I love you, Alphys. I always have.
I've always loved you, Undyne. You'll never know how much.
I think I do now. I should have known. I should have realized. I should have tried harder.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Mettaton, what did I do to you? I know you can't forgive me.
I can, Doctor. It may take time, but perhaps now that you're yourself again, perhaps we can rebuild the friendship we once had.
Flowey is Asriel. I can't believe it. How is it that no one knew?
I never told anyone. Can you imagine what Asgore would have done?
Flowey. Oh god, Flowey. I can't believe it.
I always knew there was a chance, but he was said to be in the ruins, in Toriel.
We all know what Toriel does to anything in the ruins, or rather what she did.
If she'd killed him.
She did try to kill him. His own mother. I mean, she didn't know, but... Flowey, we have to find him.
So now you know.
Your mother, your father.
They were so angry when I woke up in the garden, and I went to find them, but they were fighting with each other. The things they said, it was so awful. I couldn't bear to listen. That's when I ran away.
That's awful.
The worst part was remembering, knowing that things were supposed to be different, that it was my fault everything had changed.
I'm so sorry, Asriel. Why didn't you tell me?
Asriel's dead, Corey. He died a long time ago.
Come with me. We'll go find your parents. We can fix this. Flowey! He was here. He was right here, Connie. Not 10 seconds ago.
Maybe he has his own magic like Sans.
He must. I can't imagine how else he could vanish like that.
It's not far to New Home. If he'd just come with us, maybe we could have explained to Asgore what happened.
I understand.
You do?
Seeing your parents fighting like that, can you even imagine how horrible that must have been for him? All he wanted was to come home, but his home wasn't there anymore.
When you say it like that, it sounds even worse.
I have to talk to Asgore.
Corey, you can't. Whatever King Asgore was once, now he's a killer.
Kill or be killed. That's how it all started, didn't it? With Asgore.
Corey, he didn't just lose his son. He lost 2 children, and his mind along with them. That might have been the strongest one yet.
We have to get to New Home. Whatever's happening, I think we have to bring the locket.
Here, I'm sorry I took this from you, Corey.
It's alright, Alphys. Thank you for returning it. Find all the monsters you can, and get someplace safe.
Corey, the earthquakes, they aren't naturally occurring. Something's making them happen, and if they don't stop soon, the underground will completely collapse.
I think this necklace has something to do with it. Hopefully Asgore can tell me why.
Thank you, Corey, for giving my Alphys back to me, for helping us.
Here's hoping I can save us all now. Connie, you should stay with them.
I didn't stay behind in Snowdon Village. I didn't stay behind in Waterfall, and I'm darn well not staying down here. If you're going to New Home, then I'm coming too.
If you're sure. I mean, I guess I'll be glad to have the company. But stay back, okay? You've got to get through this and find Hazel and Kit.
I will. I believe in you, Corey. If anyone can talk to Asgore, it's you. Of course, he may try to kill you, but that's just another good reason to be there, to help you the way you've helped all of us.
Thanks, Connie. It means a lot to not have to do this on my own.
As they say, that's what friends are for.
Come on, let's get moving.
You have to follow the corridor that way. That'll take you to the New Home in Asgore. Unless he's laid some kind of trap for you.
Then let's hope he hasn't. Stay safe.
What is it, Corey?
I don't know. Something about this corridor. It just feels like everything's ending.
It just might be. What's happening with the locket?
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I think... Connie, I think I'm gonna die.
Corey, don't say that.
Being here, it's like a reminder. Like I've been here before.
You're just in shock. We all are.
Is someone here?
I don't think so. It's just us.
Strange.
Do you want to turn back?
No, it has to be me. I have to do this.
Even if you...
Yeah. Even then. I think I'm ready. Promise you'll stay behind me, Connie? If you get between me and Asgore...
Don't worry. I won't be going anywhere near him.
Good enough. Here it is.
You're sure you want to do this?
Want? I want to wake up in my own bed, wherever that is, knowing who I really am. But me wanting that isn't going to help change anything. I have to do this. It's all that matters now. More flowers. Do you think Asgore knew too?
Don't you think he'd punished Alphys if he did?
If Asgore knew what?
Your Highness!
King Asgore, my name is Corey and...
Do you think I care about your name, child? All you are to me is a means to an end.
Kill or be killed. That's your way, isn't it?
It is the only true way to survive.
That's not true. You have to know there are other ways.
Yes, your precious obsession with saving those around you. How very patronizing.
I'm just trying to help.
You're inflicting your human opinion and human values wherever you see fit, without regard for how we do things here.
The underground is dying, King Asgore. You have to see that.
Where you see death, I see strength. The weak fall to make way for the strong. So it has always been.
But it doesn't have to be that way anymore. If you want to, you can change. I could help you.
The only help I need from you is your life.
You don't understand. You don't know everything that's happened. Your son,
Don't you dare! Your filthy human lips aren't fit to speak his name.
I know what happened to him.
Then you know that your kind killed him. The gentlest, kindest soul in the underground. And they butchered him like an animal.
Killing more humans isn't the answer, Asgore, because...
No, I've listened to you long enough. Everywhere you've gone in the underground, you somehow seem to avoid any kind of danger by talking. But that stops now.
No, you won't lay a single paw on him, Asgore.
And I thought you were serious when you said you'd never set foot in New Home again, Toriel.
Enough, Asgore. If you want to kill Corey, you'll have to come through me first.
Gladly. If you hadn't coddled the boy so much.
I taught him compassion! Simply because there's none of that left in your twisted evil heart!
More empty words from an empty mind. I hope you at least brought a sword to defend those pathetic words.
I wouldn't have come without this.
Wait, stop! Azrael's alive!
They can't hear you.
Then we'll have to find a way to make them listen.
We may not have time if they both die here.
Then all this was for nothing. If Asgore and Toriel die without fixing things, kill or be killed will be their legacy. Monsters will just go on murdering other monsters until no one's left.
Just one more human soul, and all of this will be over.
One more and it all begins, Asgore! You never could see that! All that bloodshed will never bring back our children!
We have to do something.
They're not going to listen to us.
Flowey.
But Toriel tried to kill him.
He's still Azrael. Whatever else has happened, he's still their son. We have to get him to talk to them. Come on, we'll have to run for it. Flowey, you have to do something.
I can't. I'm just a flower now. I'm not Azrael Dreamer.
You have to give them the chance to understand what happened.
I told you. I've tried. I tried to tell them after I woke up in the flower bed, after my body was gone. But they were fighting, like now, just trying to hurt each other.
But if they could just stop and talk to you for even a minute, wouldn't they know?
You know what happened the first time I tried to get my mom to listen to me in the ruins, Corey? She tried to kill me. I told her who I was, but she said I was lying. My own mom. Corey, she didn't believe me. She didn't recognize me.
She was out of her mind with grief. That was why she was in the ruins to begin with. You have to try again.
Maybe if I was you, Corey, but I'm not brave. I never have been.
All you have to do, all you can do, is try. Just one more time. I'll be right there beside you.
The weed! That little lying!
No! Flowey! There's nowhere else to run, Flowey.
Get out of the way, Corey!
Distracted already, Toriel. You always were weak, but it doesn't matter. I'll paint this hallway red and then bring my war to the humans.
You have to leave, Corey. I shouldn't have come. I wasn't supposed to be alive at all.
Corey, move!
I thought you changed, Toriel.
Yes, so much of what I did was wrong, but that flower is a liar!
You're wrong. He isn't lying.
Enough talking. Say your goodbyes, pathetic creatures.
Flowey, you have to tell them.
Corey, no.
Flowey's your son. You're trying to kill your son. You're trying to kill Azrael.
No, it's impossible. He's lying.
Alphys, please. You have to tell them the truth.
Toriel, Asgore, it was the determination. When I put the flower back among Azrael's ashes, well...
Azrael? But... Kara...
I know I shouldn't have listened to Kara, Dad. I know how sad and angry they were at what the humans had done. That didn't make it right. What Kara wanted to do, and I should have known better. I should have known there was another way.
Azrael? Is that really you?
Mom, all you wanted was people to stop fighting. Mama, I'm so sorry.
Son, Azrael.
Oh no!
Everyone just hold on! Where are we? What happened?
You could say we're at a crossroads, Corey. And as for what happens next, well, that depends on you.
That isn't just a necklace, is it?
Of course not.
What's inside it?
Memories. Your memories.
Why would you capture my memories?
Because they come from another place. Another version of this world.
You mean, when Alpha said I wasn't from this world, she was telling the truth?
The choice before you may be straightforward, but it is anything but simple. If you open the locket, your memories will be returned to you, and you will return to the place you originally came from. This world will reset to what it should have been, and it will be as though you never existed here.
So Toriel and Asgore will just forget Flowey's their son?
Yes.
But the monsters who died, they'll be alive again, won't they? They'll keep hunting him.
Indeed.
Okay, so that's one way. What's my other choice?
If you surrender the locket, and your memories along with it, the barrier will be broken. Time will continue to flow, and things will change, both in the underground and on the surface.
And what'll happen to me?
You will be trapped in this world forever, unable to return to the world you originally came from.
But don't you have some special magic or something?
Even my power has limitations, Corey.
Why didn't you just take this from me? If you could have used my memories to break the barrier all this time, why not just do it?
Memories are who we are. In a way, they are our souls. And for the magic to work, they must be surrendered willingly.
This can't all have been for nothing.
Someone was waiting for me, weren't they? I can almost feel it.
They are your memories, Corey. I'm sure I couldn't say.
So that's it then. Leave and let everything fall apart all over again, or stay and never go home?
Of course. If you do choose to leave, whatever human child next falls into the underground will have a hand in shaping its fate, as you did.
But that's an awful risk to take. How can I ask someone else to risk everything that I did? Or more even. The earthquakes. They're my fault, aren't they?
So what will you decide?
Corey, you saved me.
If everything goes back to the beginning, so many monsters will still be alive. But then they'll just die all over again. And if people just forget who they are, what's the point of any of this? It'll all just become terrible all over again. Am I the first? No, I can't be. No, I can't be. Those graves near Toriel's house. Toriel! How can I take her son away from her?
That's for you to decide.
But you can remember what happens each time, can't you? That's what you meant, about playing your part. Because even though you remember, you have to live here. You had to survive this place at its worst.
One man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. All I wanted to do was save my brother.
Do I really even have a choice?
You always have choices, Corey. That's what defines our lives. Not who we are when we come into this world, but what we do, how we change things for the better when we're here.
So then why doesn't it feel like there's a decision to be made? Like there's only one right path to choose?
Perhaps because that's who you are, or who you've become.
Corey. Corey?
I'm sorry. I don't know who you are, and now I never will. I have to let go. Someone else needs me now. A lot of someone's, actually. Take it. Take all of them. All of my memories. If it'll save the underground, or what's left of it, you can have them all. Everything I am.
Thank you, Corey.
So what happens now?
Now, life goes on.
The sunlight is so bright.
But it's so warm, too. I think I could stand here forever.
Are you okay, Corey?
It's just so strange, knowing I'll never remember who I was before coming here. I guess I thought at some point I'd remember. It's like a part of me is missing, and always will be. I've never felt that before. Something that can't be fixed or made whole.
Do you regret it?
Not for a second. I just feel lonely somehow.
You have us.
Yeah, you'll always have us.
I guess. Having such good friends, I'll never really be alone, will I?
Of course not, Corey. We'll always be with you.
Thank you. All of you.
Maybe we should go down for a bit, just to rest our eyes.
Come along, Azriel.
You guys go. I'll be right behind you.
What is it, child? Why did you wish to come here?
It's strange. I don't really know. Is that crazy?
No, child. I will be nearby.
Thanks, Toriel.
I think I'm just gonna watch the sunrise for a while.